Starting. Okay, and we are live. Hello, everyone. It's your boy Billy, and I am totally not ripping off diversity in comics in the introduction, just to clarify. Okay, I'm here with Ricardo, Waltzilla, and Florence. And yes, I know there are two Ricardos on the stream. That's just because he's using his clone technique that he learned.
Hell yeah.
So you guys can introduce yourselves.
What's up? My name's Godzilla. I'm a shit poster and I like fucking monster girls. That's what's up.
Ricardo here. Not much to say. Yeah, like comics, shit posting, anime. That's about it. Let's see where this goes.
Yeah.
And Florence here. I just kind of an artist, I guess you can say, a little bit of a writer. Kind of a shit poster from time to time, but I mean, yeah. So you want to start?
Oh yeah. Well, I'm a writer too, but I can't really draw, and I'm also a shit poster. So yeah, it is definitely my dream to join either Marvel and DC and troll and write some really crazy stories to troll some of the SJW fans.
Oh, that would be fantastic.
I know. I'll have to open up my own Twitter and my own name and have it be squeaky clean so people can't bust me.
It seems like Marvel's trolling their own SJW fans, canceling all those fucking ghetto ass books. I'm glad they're gone though. Fuck those books.
Yeah. Is that your dog, Ricardo?
Yeah, I'm trying to cover my mic.
I can still hear.
That is funny.
Wobbles, enough. Enough. Come here.
Oh, that's great. That is perfect.
Let's get him on stream. I'll shut him up.
Oh, he's so cute.
Tell him, get him, boy.
Okay. So, okay, moving on. I guess today, this is a Christmas edition of the Extreme Stream. So, we can talk about Christmas related stuff, and I also feel like we should also, maybe talk a bit about, The Last Jedi, since that the whole controversy has been going around the internet, and as usual, like with the Force Awakens, people are like accusing fans of trolling. I think the latest thing is people were asking, did like the alt-right, troll the ratings, the user ratings for Rotten Tomatoes? Because that was the latest excuse. Yeah.
Jesus. I know, right? That's such a fucking lame ass bullshit excuse. That's the same fucking shit the media try to pull, and they're like, "Man, Russia hacked the election, man. It was all because of this and this." Like SJWs cannot take responsibility for their own bullshit. You made a fucking shitty progressive Star Wars movie. Who thought it would be so fucking divisive and split the fucking people? Because like not everybody's fucking progressive. A minority of people are progressives.
Well,
Get
the
'em,
thing
boy.
is, half the people watching the movie probably love it, and half the people watching it probably hate it, just like how the election turned out, right?
Exactly.
So they're just making a movie that's divisive right from the get-go.
Yeah.
Like they should just try to play the middle instead of
now that I watched the some reviews of it, it looks like what they were trying to spin an anti-capitalist message too, because you have like that casino planet with like the 1% of the galaxy, and now like they made money off of selling weapons to the Empire, so like they're trying to like make it sound like imperialism and capitalism are like one and the same and stuff.
Oh yeah, dude, and that was like the worst fucking subplot of the whole fucking movie. That was the most boring shit. Wait, Ricardo, you haven't seen this yet, man. Are you fine with spoilers?
Oh yeah, I've seen all the spoilery reviews.
Oh
Yeah.
word, dude. There's some fantastic fucking reviews out there too. Jesus.
Fucking watched Richard Spencer's got some.
Oh yeah, Richard Smith. Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, like he did such a great review. Actually, his review was really good. Like he didn't really talk about politics. Actually, he actually broke down the film stuff.
I've never listened to any of his shit before, but I'm like, this guy's pretty interesting. He's got a good review.
I've
Yeah.
Sargon did a like a parody review. It's pretty fun.
Oh yeah,
That
it's
was
like
great.
diversity. Yeah, it's like diversity iron ruins them. Yeah, because like the Asian girl, it's like Finn is literally about to have a character moment, and this like Asian chick just comes in and just ruins his chance of having actual character development.
Yeah,
Because
dude.
she didn't want him to die. Yeah, and because of her
That
actions,
whole-
like that whole like wall gets blown up. So now the rebels are actually gonna die because she apparently wouldn't let him sacrifice himself.
Yeah, exactly. And his story arc had already fucking ended. Phasma was dead. You know what I'm saying? What
What's the
what
deal?
does he
What's
fucking
the
have
deal
to
with
do?
Phasma?
She
Yeah, what's the
was-
deal with Phasma? Yeah, it's like what was all the hype behind her? It's like it's so stupid.
That bitch had her own fucking like one-shot comic book for no goddamn reason at SJW Marvel, man. Fuck that character. That character was more useless than Darth Maul was in like episode 1 and just about.
Yeah, what isn't she voiced by the sorry, isn't she played by the woman who was in Game of Thrones, right?
Yeah, Brianna Tarth. I think so.
Yeah.
I think that's the same.
Purple.
actor.
Does she have the purple
That's
hair?
her.
Is that the character?
No,
No, it's
that
not the
was,
purple hair.
That was fucking that one bitch from the Jurassic Park movies.
Yeah.
Feminist that was leading the ship and didn't tell her best fucking pilot the goddamn plan just to be a fucking cunt. Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah.
How fucking crazy is that? That movie is beyond parody, man. They had a purple-headed feminist in charge of the fucking ship. What the fuck?
Wobble, come here.
Oh yeah. When I was actually watching the movie, I kind of thought that like Finn, like no, not Finn, Poe. I actually thought that Poe, he was in the right the whole time, and I thought that Holdo was gonna end up being that she was gonna end up being the antagonist, but I mean, it just kind of came out of nowhere that Leia just like shot Poe and then just like sided with Holdo. Like I thought that it would have been interesting if Holdo was actually a first order spy and that she was the one who had that tracking device that they said that they tracked them through hyperspace.
Yeah,
You know,
but everyone says like that. But the thing is, that's kind of ridiculous because no one's really ever seen being able to track through hyperspace before. It's like,
yeah, that's
it's
bullshit.
Just,
I agree.
yeah, no, it's weird. And then like apparently now, like the ships now could like, wait, was this Last Jedi or was it Rogue One where it shows that ships can now like kamikaze into other ships using hyperspace now?
That was this movie, but no,
Yeah.
like no. But to Florence's point though, that would have made a much interesting fucking. But they can't do that because it's a feminist movie and you can't portray women as the bad guys. Come on now.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, except for Phasma, who basically does nothing. But
Oh yeah, exactly. Shows up and dies. What a fucking do nothing bitch.
and then of course they turn Luke into like that drunk hermit, who
Yeah,
is like an alcoholic.
That was a character assassination. That was the worst fucking shit ever to do to him.
Well, yeah, I mean, I knew they were going to do that from the get-go because The Force Awakens to basically say, oh, Luke decided to go put himself in exile. He would never do that. Like, Luke, that was part of his character was that he wouldn't abandon his friends like that, regardless of what happened.
Hell yeah, Darth Vader was like...
Wasn't Hamill super pissed at the treatment of his character too?
Fuck yes,
Yeah.
yes he was. He talked shit about that multiple times. He had to fucking retract a statement or some shit.
I think.
Over
Well,
some
yeah,
shit.
I think Disney because Disney probably threatened him and stuff.
Hell yeah. But yeah, Mark Hamill, fucking, I love his interviews. He just looks at people stupid. When they say something mildly passive aggressive to him, he holds their feet to the fire for it.
Yeah, but also like because also like there's that shot of like him with the director and stuff, and you can see on his face that it almost looks like he wants to strangle the director.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, he just looks like he has a look of anger on his face. Yeah.
No, I agree. Fuck. Like that bitch in charge of LucasArts right now. They need to get somebody else in there.
It's like it's almost like it's like I don't know. Yeah, it's like she was under Lucas, and now that she's in control, it's like she's like ruining everything.
Fucked up. That series is beyond repair now. Like it. I mean, it was salvageable after episode fucking 7, sorta. I mean, I hated that fucking film. but there was so
Well,
much that
everyone
went
was.
wrong.
Here's the thing: is everyone was hyping out. See, everyone was trying to tell people that their problems in episode 7 would be fixed in episode 8,
Yeah,
and they just completely destroy it. Like that was literally the main excuse everyone had for the critics of episode 7 when they didn't like it.
all the questions that you had from episode 7 were so half-hearted and half-assed answered, or it's just so anticlimactic. It just
You
made
mean
me
in this
fucking
movie?
shit. In this fucking movie, yeah.
Well, in this movie, it was almost like it was literally Disney giving a middle finger to all of the fans who were speculating what this movie would happen.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, and then I see like I actually see like I see really these kind of dumb people just kind of defend this like you guys have probably seen Dishonored Wolf's review.
Yeah, I saw Dishonored Wolf. Yeah.
Fucking love it. Yes.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was actually looking through the comments and like he explained from a technical standpoint. I mean, yeah, he's a pretty big fan of the series, but like he explained it through a technical standpoint, and everyone has explained technically why this movie failed in a lot of ways, and like people still completely utterly defend this movie. And I mean, I can get that a little. I mean, I can kind of get that because I was kind of like that, admittedly. But at the same time, it's like, you know, you know what I mean, right?
Well, yeah,
Like-
those are the same people that are still defending Hillary, for Christ's sake, come a year later.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
Fucking,
But it's
But
like-
she won the popular
Oh.
vote. The
Yeah.
popular vote.
I'm sure this movie's gonna make a shit ton of money, but it doesn't make it any better.
Well, look at the box office right now. It doesn't really have any competition.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what movies are it up against?
And what Disney did too was they made the theaters show it in their most prime theaters for at least 4 weeks and shit. So there's like all these crazy conditions just to screen the movie that the theaters have to abide by.
Yep.
So
Some of that.
yeah, they're just screwing the theaters, and they're gonna make tons of cash regardless.
Oh yeah. Okay, so have any of you guys seen like Black Pigeon Speaks video?
Yeah.
Not yet.
No.
Okay. Yeah, if you don't mind, I can show you right now. It's really funny.
Yes,
I don't want you to get a
very
copyright
much.
strike.
I
don't want.
guess wouldn't care.
Yeah, Black
That's
Pigeon.
probably true.
He probably won't care. I mean, we've done this before. It's only like if we show trailers. You know, the big companies tend to be the ones that get really mad and
No.
stuff when people do that. So yes, if you're watching this Black Pigeon Speaks, I am not trying to steal your content or anything like that. Just trying to show people how excellent your video is. So think of this as free promotion.
Yeah, just read off that fucking fair use shit.
Wait, what did you say?
I said just read off the fair use notification stuff. That's funny.
Yeah, this
Whatever.
is fair use. This is fair use. YouTube. This is fair use.
We'll be doing a commentary on it, so there it is.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, let's Mystery Science Theater this shit.
Okay. So screen share. So can you hear everything?
I cannot, but I don't think it's playing yet.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah.
Fellow citizens Empire, I am Darth Vader, spokes cyborg for our dear leader, Palpatine. I want to take this opportunity to dispel rumors swirling around the galactic internet image boards by conspiracy lunatics and trolls. You know them, the ones that blame the Toydarians for all of the galaxy's ills. Like the Toydarians are behind the Trade Federation, the Commerce Guild, the Corporate Alliance, the Techno Union. They aren't, and this anti-Toydarianism must end. As too, we must put an end to those that gripe about Tusken Raiders to Coruscant and who are arriving in greater numbers. Some people, but what they cannot see is that their Saul, and there are even those such as the destruction of the Death Star, which couldn't have happened, and that the official narrative is a psyop of controlled opposition because photon torpedoes can't possibly melt the steel in exhaust port beams. Cyborg of color, having been born without privilege, I can tell you that the Republic was nothing but a collection of greedy Trade Federation types, banksters, and their hand-picked puppets in the Senate. The entire system of the Republic existed to give the privileged capitalist class a stable system so the bankers, interplanetary corporations, and the mega rich, or as we've come to know them, the galactic 1%, were able to plunder the wealth of colonized star systems, and then turn around and conscript millions in their endless wars for the profits of the Tabana gas corporations. The Republic stifled social justice, as well as the voice of the struggling middle rim and disenfranchised. And what made this more problematic, further exacerbated the oppressed and marginalized species within deprived systems, and truncated their ability to speak truth to power. Now, before anyone brings it up, I'd like to clear up some details for those of you that know of my duel with the mansplaining Jedi, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Let me point out that black cyborg lives matter. And also, let me stress that he, as an able-bodied, white, cisgender man of privilege, not only attacked me, a cyborg of color, disability, and made gender fluid since our last lightsaber encounter on Mustafar. But I should also note that I was born a slave, and that my ancestors were also slaves. Therefore, let me put it another way. I didn't do nothing. It was the Jedi. And all of the other Jedis were members of a patriarchal organization that was rightfully banned. Not only was its misogyny evident in how very few women were within its ranks, as well as having zero strong, independent women in the council, not to mention their continual cartel's members, because beautiful huts come in all sizes, and that their bigotry had to be put to an end. They sought to perpetuate the old system of usury, speciesism, religious Jedi-thumping zealotry, sexism, ableism, trans-cyborg phobia, and above all, the dividing and conquering of the working class species. We are the 99%. We are the Imperials, and we cannot and shall not be broken by the petty selfish interests of a rebellion that is led by the galactic 1%. Thank you for your attention.
So that's basically it.
Yeah, I pretty much nailed it on the head right there.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
the galactic 1%. Yeah. Well, so like yeah, it's just I don't know. It's just with this whole Star Wars stuff. It's basically a lot of the people who are like reviewing Last Jedi, it's like they're not really familiar with the franchise, like they claim. Like they are making it sound like there were no strong female characters in the franchise before this whole new trilogy, which is BS.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Even like I know that I showed Gwalt this earlier. This was in Discord, but I actually showed him this article that was just basically like, well, I mean, it. Okay, so there are a ton of people who are actually saying they were disappointed with the movie, but that, that was actually the whole message of the movie. That was just kind of what the movie meant to do, and that's no,
Well,
no, I don't
yeah, I
buy
mean,
that.
well, the job of the movie is to entertain people and to be, especially something like Star Wars. So if they're trying to make people disappointed, that's not a really good way to sell a movie to people.
Oh yeah, it's not like The Mist where the ending of The Mist where I don't know if you guys seen the movie, the one from the Stephen King book.
Oh,
The
had that
Mist.
preachy religious woman in it.
Yeah, but the ending of The
Wait,
Mist was the ending of The Mist was it was just basically the guy in the ending because of all he and a ton of these he and a few of these people are in this car and he's in with his son. So like they're just completely surrounded by this mist and there's just like monsters everywhere. So they run out of gas. The only thing he can do is just shoot all of them, and he only has enough for only everyone except himself. So he shoots everyone to kind of save them from being killed by these monsters. And then at the very end of the movie, they end up getting the army ends up coming in and saving them. So if he had just like waited for a little bit, he
Mm,
he would have, yeah,
so
they all would have
so were these his
died.
friends or like was it his family they shot?
Friends and also a son of his.
yeah, it was fucking a brutal ending.
Wait, it
Oh
was.
yeah.
Sorry, I left. I have relatives coming over and talking junk. But
Yeah.
I think they're gone now. But is this the series that had just finished? Or are you talking about an older movie, The
Oh
Mist?
no. Oh no. The movie.
How long ago was this movie made?
The 2017 one.
Oh wow.
I mean, no, not
Oh.
17. It's 2007.
Yeah, it's like a decade old.
It's a Stephen King book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The movie's not that great. It's kind of like a middle.
Oh, you mean is that the one where like it starts when they're in like a grocery store?
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
the one. Okay.
But I mean, to kind of go back to it, like that's an example of that's an example of a disappointing ending just done right, in my opinion, because, well, I can't really explain it, but it's like the ending didn't really bother me for that one because they had actually set up that was going to happen earlier in the movie, whereas this is a movie based on a Stephen King book that wasn't really meant to be marketed to a ton of people. Star Wars, on the other hand, is marketed to a bunch of people, and they still want to make they
Well, yeah.
still disappointed everyone,
Well, I mean, it would be. I mean, the equivalency would be like if they decide they're gonna like remake the Harry Potter series, and they're gonna fill with a bunch of hyper partisan politics, which would ruin the film for people because that's not what Harry Potter really is about. There are politics involved, but it's not like the main focus. It's like there's more to it because this world it's a very different world than our own and stuff. But with Star Wars, it's like they're trying to basically make it reflect our world, which is BS. Like
Yeah.
they want to it's like they're saying, oh, we want more representation of minorities in Star Wars, but it's like it's set in a galaxy far, far away. There are aliens. The aliens were meant to show the diversity of the universe, not the humans.
Yeah. Not to mention, I mean, are they trying to say that Star Wars was not already diverse because it was fucking diverse before? Like even according to like the humanoids.
Well, I guess their complaint is that they thought, oh, Lando was just a token black guy or something like that. They want more, like basically for them, they want like a less number of whites and stuff, unless they're villains.
Yeah, but then you had like fucking Samuel L. Jackson's badass fucking character.
Yeah, but it's never enough for them. It's like again, it's like the same people are I know that like the whole fake geek girl thing is like an insult, But it's like there are just times in which some of these people do fit that description because they're talking about how like Star Wars never had strong female characters before these
Yeah.
movies, and it's like it's total like you are a fake fan basically.
Yeah, that's total bullshit. Fucking Princess Leia had the best goddamn kill rate than any other motherfucker in there. Like every time she fired a blaster, a stormtrooper dropped.
Yeah, I mean, if there is one series that you could never accuse of having a lack of female characters, it was the Star Wars franchise, especially with all the books, the comic books, and video games. You know, it's like heck, I think most people agree that the best Star Wars character. I think was Mara Jade from the EU.
Oh yeah.
You know, Luke
Oh, yeah.
Skywalker's wife from the books. Oh yeah, and then like
Hell
I
yeah.
mean, okay, like the did you guys ever watch the trailers for the Old Republic game a few years ago? They like had those cinematic trailers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like
I've
like
actually just recently just rewatched them a lot. They're really fantastic.
oh yeah, so like yeah, see that's a Star Wars film. Like you could make Star Wars movie a Star Wars trilogy off of that and stuff. Like basically, it's like that one scene where that the trailer that takes place on Alderaan and stuff. Like that was cool because you had a strong female character who's a Jedi, and unlike Rey, she's actually been trained her entire life to be like that strong. And even though she doesn't she gets assistance from like a non-Force user to help beat a Sith Lord. With this new Star Wars movies, that never would have been allowed to happen, to have like a non-Force using man helper and stuff.
Oh yeah, that did kind of happen in the ending of Force Awakens, but like well, it was Rey who got knocked out and Finn had to do it. Finn got knocked out and Rey had to do it.
Here's the thing is I forget the guy's name. I forget the guy's name from that trailer, but it's like he took out a knife and was like running through. He was trying to tank a Force lightning before getting knocked out, and then he tackles him and basically detonates a grenade in his hand to take him out, kamikaze style.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, that is hardcore stuff. Yeah, because screw that. I don't care if you guys are Force users. I'm going to, take you down and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you've seen these trailers, Squall.
My bad. Sorry, I'm taking meds. My throat is fucked up.
Oh, I was just saying, I'm not sure if you saw the Old Republic cinematic trailers.
God, the movie, or are we talking about the video games?
The Old Republic video game, which was the MMORPG.
Okay, so the MMORPG, I did see some of the trailers. It looked like they were reusing characters from the actual first game that was for Xbox. You know what I'm saying? The very first Knights of the Old Republic. And was that the name of the Dark Apprentice?
I'm not sure. All I know is that they released cinematic trailers, for the game, and they're really good. Like the cinematic trailers are pretty amazing.
Hell yeah!
So yeah.
As far as I guess as far as the MMO, I did see some of the trailers. This was years ago, right? We're not talking about anything brand new.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
Yeah, 2003.
Well, the Old Republic I think came out in 2011 or 12 or one of those years.
I'm just Wikipediaing.
You might be looking at Knights of the Old Republic, which was 2003.
That's what I'm looking at.
Yeah, the Old Republic is the MMO that was there. Yeah.
But the original games that weren't MMOs of the Knights of the Old Republic, those were fucking great games, except for Part 2 had the worst ending. It was an ending as bad as Mass Effect 3's ending. It was actually the exact same ending as Mass Effect 3's ending.
Oh, KOTOR 2?
It was called the Sith Lords or whatever, Knights of the Old Republic Part 2. Not the MMO. I'm talking about
number
it's
2.
much older.
The number 2, the sequel to Knights of the Old Republic.
Hell yeah. What I like most about those games though was being able to influence, going through as light side and then going through as dark side. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
really cool. And also, I
Cool.
like fucking romancing all the female characters on my crew and
Oh,
getting them to
that's
just
funny.
like making my own harem. That was fantastic.
Okay. Well, well, I think interesting thing about part two is like part two was basically the one where they introduced Darth Kreia or Kreia, and her character basically was like that whole like the critiquing the whole establishment of the Star Wars universe about like the light and dark side of the Force and the nature of like the Jedi and the Sith.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
Because like she like basically views the Jedi and Sith as both flawed, and she realizes, and in her view, she realizes that the only way to actually truly change the course of the galaxy would be to destroy the Force.
Oh yeah, exactly. She was pissed off, and yeah, exactly. In the second game, she was like really into you because you were like a void. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah, Void. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Well,
Sorry, dude. I'm in and out. I'm on so many medications right now.
that's okay. Yeah,
My throat is
but
fucking
yeah.
killing me.
yeah.
Yeah, I actually heard of fan. I heard of a fan theory that Brianna. I think you guys know about her, right? That Brianna actually is a descent. Well, she's Kreia's daughter,
Brianna.
and yeah, um, that there's actually kind of references to her mom. I forgot what her name was, but I'll just kind of look it up right here.
Yeah, this is a character from number 2.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
This was actually, I think, hold on. Oh man. But I mean, yeah, her mom was actually people have theorized that her mom is actually Kreia because of
Oh, yeah. I saw a video on that. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, there's
oh
heavy
yeah.
hints to it. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I actually talked to someone about this once, and they actually did say something about like if they were to continue Brianna's story, that Brianna can end up kind of making a kind of, I guess you can say, passing down her genes onto like kids, and then end up like making an entire franchise out of like the children, or at least the descendants of Kreia, what that would be like, how Kreia could be influencing them from through the Force, because she never
Yeah.
really got to destroy it. So I figure she's a part of it, and that means that she could be like part of the, I guess you can say, family.
Yeah, the interesting thing about that is that, well, basically when you think about like how she describes it, it's almost like, it makes you think that the Force is some type of Lovecraftian kind of entity because it has a will of its own. Like that's what's been implied. I mean, initially people think that the Force is like a tool, but then they're hinting at there is some will behind it because, basically like when they say bring balance to the Force, they don't mean an equality between the light and dark side. It just means getting rid of the dark side for now until it comes back. So when you think about throughout this like huge amount of history of Star Wars and dying constantly, and all these wars have been happening due to this clash between the light and dark side. So when you think
Right.
about it, the Force is a pretty terrible thing, but because of it, billions of people have been dying like every century due to all these crazy wars.
Oh yeah. And this kind of it leads me back to like I guess The Last Jedi, because there was this like part in The Last Jedi where that kind of went on to be all about animal cruelty, and I was thinking that,
Oh yeah, that part.
oh yeah, that this was just kind of like it's animal cruelty messaging in a Star Wars movie, and I would think that like they'd probably treat it with a little bit more, I guess you can say, depth, considering the franchise they're making this movie in. And I was thinking that it could have actually went into how they actually harvested animals, how they actually got their meat, and
Yeah.
like kind of like meat factories where they just kind of like butcher animals. Like I'm pretty sure the workers there don't want to kill the animals, but they have
Well-
to because people are buying their meat.
Well, what's really funny is that people complained about the prequels being too political, and then they did it with this trilogy, and now they effed up again.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I agree with you there. Damn, the prequels were political, but it was like a different type of political. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It wasn't-
The prequels, like with the expanded universe, the politics in Star Wars up until now were very nonpartisan kind of. You could see the references that they were getting at, but they didn't reduce characters into like a caricature. Like right now, what we're dealing with is SJW style politics where the bad guys are all caricatures, and that's very bad writing. Whereas Star Wars has always kind of handled the good guys and the bad guys in a better sense. Like, the Sith aren't just like conquering evil warlords. There's a character behind them. Like they all have a history of why they fell to the dark side.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, exactly. There was a rhyme and a reason, and it was stark contrast in good and evil. You know what I'm saying? Like this shit was very much gray. It was like too much gray area because you had people killing each other on all fucking sides. Stupid.
That's what I say. Is I just feel like Star Wars works so much better as video games, comic books, and novels compared to movies because you just have so much more to work with. Whereas when you have the movies, they're like, I don't know, cutouts of what a Star Wars film could be. You know what I mean? It's just like the characters are just so much better in like reading format and in video games.
Well, I don't know. I like the first trilogy was fantastic. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
as bad as
kind of simple,
Yeah, very much so. But I mean, you could see where they got a lot of their influence. You know what I'm saying? From like,
oh yeah,
it was like a Wild West in outer space. You know what I'm saying? And it would work. It was fantastic.
Flash Gordon. It's like Flash Gordon, also like the New Gods, because Luke Skywalker, Mark Moonrider.
Hell yeah, exactly. But I mean, even the prequels, at least they followed a fucking narrative, and at least as bad as some of the acting in that shit was, and it had some horrible fucking acting and some really fucking bad CG, like that goddamn CG apple where Anakin's trying to feed fucking Padme. That was stupid shit. God,
I didn't notice that one.
Oh yeah, well, dude, go back and watch like fucking Clone Wars episode 2. That shit is fucking bad. But all the acting in that movie was fucking shit.
I know a lot of people were trying to tell me that like Kylo Ren wasn't as much of a whiny like bitch as Anakin. It's like no, he is a bit a whiny bitch in his own right.
Oh yeah.
He was emo as fuck.
I mean, he's emo, but again, it's like he's the first Sith Lord to like or dark side user to like throw a tantrum like the way he does by destroying things.
Yeah.
And like the Force Awakens, it's like yeah.
I hope that console wasn't fucking useful, like keeping your life support up or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
I know it's like Darth Vader, and that's not scary. Like a lot of people say, it's. I think a lot of people thought it was like a joke, like it's funny. But with Darth Vader, I remember as a kid, it was scary because you didn't know if he was gonna force choke you and stuff, and he would just do it in such a silent and calm way and stuff, which makes it even more frightening.
Yeah, your failure is unamusing. You know what I'm saying? He's like, oh
yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
It's like he's like, yeah, you are like what is it? Like he says like you are forgiven or something as he chokes them to death.
Yeah. And the second in command's like, oh shit, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like his next officer's like, oh fuck.
I watched a guy
like
I watched a guy like rip into Rogue One scene by scene because he did the same thing with The Force Awakens, but I recently watched his Rogue One review where he like absolutely tears it apart. It's like pretty crazy.
Are you talking about everything wrong with Rogue One in like such and such minutes?
No, it's like no. Oh no, this is an independent guy. He basically says like Rogue One worst movie ever. He did the same thing with Force Awakens, saying Force Awakens worst movie ever.
I've got to check.
But basically, it's like an hour and a half long. He like basically goes scene by scene and like breaks it all down. So it's like Cinema Sins, but like much longer and like more like he talks more.
You guys see my screen share?
Oh, you're playing on Craft Me.
Yeah.
Well, that's a nice slog.
$5 for the game on Steam.
Well, yeah, of course it's kind of a smutty game, so it's gonna cost less money. Yeah, but well, I guess we could probably move on to like some talk about like some Christmas stuff. So I don't know, you guys see like Christmas movies lately?
There's a I know there's a Ruby Chibi, like it's a spin-off of Ruby, but it's basically like just kind of them just making comedy skits, and they already did like an episode of a Christmas special, which was kind of a parody of the Grinch with a few of their characters. So, that was pretty entertaining. And other than that, I've been watching Frank Sinatra's music on YouTube.
Well, that's
I
cool.
watched Crowder's 16-hour stream the other day. Guys, check
Oh,
that out.
you talking about these show is Ebenezer Scrooge parody?
I'm talking about Steven Crowder's 16 hours when we watched CNN.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because he recently came out with like a Christmas Carol parody.
Oh yeah, that was in the stream.
Yeah, Ebenezer YouTube.
Yeah, it was awesome. Blair White was in it, and
Yeah,
I can't remember who off the top of my head.
I know. For some reason, he didn't have Gavin McInnes be like the Ghost of Christmas Present. I don't know. Did you see that, Walt?
No, I missed that one.
Yeah, like Steven Crowder basically does like a parody of the Christmas Carol, and his character's name is like Ebenezer YouTube. And he's like being like a miser with how he controls like the YouTube channel.
Oh God, that sounds.
It's
fantastic.
it's like what's the line? How the line goes? Like instead of saying "Are there no prisons? Are there no workhouses?" What is it? It's like you can always be demonetized or something like that. And it's like when they go to like the Ghost of Christmas Future and stuff, into the future, he basically runs into the people who own like Minds, VidMe, and Gab and stuff, and they're like, "Oh yes, he died. We're gonna take over his stuff now."
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Damn. No, I missed that shit. As far as Christmas videos, not really. I mean, paranormal shit.
Yeah, I watched I actually watched I did watch Charlie Brown's Christmas special on television. I also watched most of the Christmas Carol movie with Patrick Stewart as Ebenezer Scrooge.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one. And I've seen dude, that's very classic, the Charlie Brown one. I remember watching recently within the last couple of weeks the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer stop motion claymation.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah,
the old one.
Those are those are all on YouTube apparently. Like I think how you can rent videos. You can just like rent them for $0.
Rent them for $0 because I thought they cost money.
No, just like all the old claymation, Rudolph, Santa. There was a guy that does film theories, did a video on it, and he kind of plugged that they were all free, so might be something to check out.
Okay.
Oh yeah, is that the same dude who does It's a Game Theory?
Game Theory.
Yeah, I love that crazy person.
Oh yeah, Game Theory. Yeah, I watched a lot of his videos. Yeah, he got me into Five Nights at Freddy's because I watched the theory. It's a pretty crazy theory.
Sorry, I was helping with my grandmother out with something.
We were just the Christmas movies we saw, and like you can rent for free on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, my favorite, I just really love A Year Without Santa Claus. That's one of my favorites. So those old animated films.
I don't think I've seen that one.
It's the one where he gets sick and he says he's gonna not go to Christmas this year, and then two of his elves basically try to go out into the world to show that there's Christmas spirit. Like people do still believe him because he kind of is doubting that people still care about him.
Oh wow.
So it's kind of like a story like what if even Santa Claus himself kind of was losing faith in like people liking Christmas.
I can see that.
Yo, you guys see?
Yeah, it's a really good.
See that black gay Santa Claus?
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Oh my god, I didn't read it myself, but I saw it advertised on like fucking CNN or some bullshit.
I know. Yeah, I saw that. I saw YouTube commentary on it. It's insane. And then there's like that whole black woman. I forgot who did the video, but someone did she basically talked about like Santa Claus needs to be like black now.
Wait, what video was that?
They need to be a penguin. Yeah, I saw that same video. I think
I forgot who did that video. I forgot who it was.
I'll look through my YouTube history, but we saw the same YouTube video. I think.
Okay.
I think it was Mark Dice.
Yes.
Oh yeah, it's Mark. It was Mark Dice. Yeah.
I'm gonna try and look that up.
Hell yeah, that shit was great, dude. I love Mark Dice's stuff. I know. I mean, I'm not even right wing, and I love him fucking just tearing apart fuckheads. That shit's
great. Yeah. Mark Dice is great. Yeah. Yeah, I think he does a good job. Yeah.
That debacle with Ben Shapiro and Rosie this week. Fucking.
Oh yeah.
Oh dude, she retreated. She blocked him. It's like you can't fuck with the Hebrew Hammer, son. That dude is badass.
Yeah, but the thing is, everyone screenshot that stuff, so there's no point in blocking him because now everyone's gonna be screenshotting, and it's too late.
That shit was great. She was like, "Suck my dick, Ben." He was like, "Rosie, you're already a felon. There's no need to get turned into like a homophobic or to use homophobic slurs or something to that effect."
Yeah,
I don't remember exactly what he said, but his comeback was.
I think he said hashtag Me Too or something like that.
Yes, he did. Yeah. Oh god.
I know. Ben Shapiro. That's what. Oh yeah, that's the great thing about Ben Shapiro. He's excellent on the comebacks and stuff.
Oh dude, you can't fuck with him. That is the debate master of the fucking right. Like I want to see him versus Sam Harris in a knockdown drag out.
Sam. Wait. Where are they going? Wait, who did Sam Harris debate then? I thought Sam Harris debated someone.
Dinesh D'Souza.
Okay, I mean, I followed Dinesh. Dinesh is pretty cool.
Dinesh is fucking brilliant. I agree, but what they were debating religion though. You know what I'm saying? So you can't really have a clear winner or loser when you fucking debate religion because one side can't prove or disprove the fucking fact.
Well,
you know?
Well, it depends. I don't know. Sam Harris kind of is he the asshole, one of the asshole atheists, or is he fine?
He's one of the four horsemen. It was him, Richard Dawkins. It was fucking Hitchens. Yes.
And there's the fourth guy, the bearded guy, looks like Santa Claus.
Richards something.
He's like a philosopher, I think, right?
Yeah, I know exactly.
Yeah.
What you're talking about.
Because Hitchens is the rebel. He's the rebel atheist. I think that's what they call him, the rebel.
The best fucking lines until he died. I still love fucking Hitchens. I like Dawkins. That's my style of fucking biologist right there. Unapologetic.
Dawkins,
you don't like.
Dawkins and Harris lost their shit after the election. They could not compute how.
Well, Dawkins. I mean, didn't Dawkins? Oh, the thing is, didn't Dawkins kind of they kind of forced him to cuck basically? He almost got ostracized from the community over.
No, he did get ostracized because he wouldn't cuck. Because he was like the fuck. He said the feminists are fucking ruining this shit during the science march or some shit. He was like, I refuse to let morons into this movement who are doing nothing but trying to fucking poison it or something to that effect. Dawkins never cooked.
Wait, did he support or was he against the March for Science?
Well, of course he's for the March of Science. What he was not for was this fucking intersectional feminism trying to butt into the March of Science because it's got shit to do with it. Is anti-fucking science. And that's what his stance was.
Okay, because I mean, yeah, see, my problem with the March for Science is it wasn't really a march. To me, it just wasn't. It's it was so politically defined, and it was just one specific type of science, really. That just to me sounded like it was peddling the idea that anyone who doesn't agree with this type of science was anti-science and stuff, which I think is bullshit.
Well, you can thank jackasses like fucking Bill Nye the retard guy for that fucking shit and climate science.
Has he commented on Bill Nye, or he hasn't?
That's science with air quotes.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, it has who commented? Richard Dawkins?
Richard Dawkins, has he commented on Bill, like old Bill Nye thing or no?
I have not seen it. I mean,
okay, I'm not sure. Yeah,
I don't know myself. I don't know that info.
Okay. Well, I guess the thing is that I don't know. It's just like So Richard Dawkins, he's had There's that thing that whole instance with him, and then I'm not sure about Sam Harris because I know it just seems like Sam Harris might. Is he a good guy? I mean, is he kind of like one of the jerky atheists, or is he like
he's kind
pretty
of
nice?
He's like anti-religion altogether.
He is, but he did fuck Cenk up. He destroyed Cenk on Cenk Uygur on a debate because Cenk wanted to have a fucking debate with Sam Harris, and he got destroyed. And you could see him.
What the heck was Cenk debating him about? I mean, aren't they kind of like on the same side?
They were supposed to be, but Cenk kept trying to say that Christianity. Cenk kept trying to talk shit to him because of Sam Harris and the blow up with the dude who played Batman in the latest Batman movies.
You mean Ben Affleck?
Ben fucking Affleck. I'm sick. The names are not coming to me.
Like
it was on Bill Maher, right?
Yeah, that was on Bill Maher's show.
So Sam Harris, what was going on?
So Sam Harris, of course, is a brilliant man, fantastic debater. He was on Bill Maher's show trying to talk about how Islam is like the mother of all bad ideas wrapped into one because he is anti-religion.
Yeah.
So I can see where he's coming from, except for I don't go out of my way to tell somebody, look, you're wrong, because I still open up the possibility that there is a God. I just don't see that as a probability. You know what I'm saying? I mean, in true science, you can't be like, this is absolute, because true scientists always keep the door open for new options.
I mean, that's,
you know what I'm saying?
That's why, but that's my biggest problem. My biggest problem with atheists is just like, or some of the my biggest problem with radical atheists is that they turn themselves into a religion anyway, because they may not believe in a God, but the mentality of a religious fanatic is still there, which again is the main reason why they gave up on religion in the first place. It wasn't a lot of people I just noticed who join atheism is not because of the improbability of God, it's just because they have those bad experiences and they still need some radical ideology to latch onto.
Well, most of those people aren't scientists or scientific to start with, because there's nothing scientific about hating
atheism. Has nothing about atheism has nothing really to do with science. I mean, atheism don't have a religion.
Exactly, it's
what I'm really mad about is some people are getting really mad at the whole Church of Science thing with atheism, which I think is kind of creating problems where people should, I think it's just becoming a Church of Science. Yeah.
Exactly. Whatever happened to live and let live. But like I was saying about what happened on Bill Maher. So there's so many fucking. You can look this up on YouTube.
Oh wait, is that the quick question? Is that the clip where like basically Ben Affleck says like that's racist or something like that?
Yeah, that's racist
for Islam.
I saw that clip. I saw parts of that clip. Yeah.
Okay, so after that shit, Cenk Uygur. Like, everybody should look that up. If you haven't seen that, that is fucking beautiful.
So Cenk was basically offended that he went after Islam then.
Pretty much. But here's the thing.
It's Cenk.
Here's the thing. Yeah, exactly. Cenk's a fucking jackass. But
he's a Turk. Yeah, he's like a Turk, right? Like, he denies the Armenian genocide. He's like, that guy.
Exactly. 100%. And he's now in trouble for some shit he said like fucking 10 years ago or something.
Yeah, and then he's like blaming conservatism. Yeah, I know. He's doing the classic, blame, I saw
exactly. That. Like SJWs, like we said at the beginning of this, like do not take responsibility for their own fuck ups. It's always somebody else's fault.
Yeah.
No, like so him and Cenk are in this, and you can see Cenk starting to sweat and I love Sam Harris, or I love his debate tactics.
He's he was sweating. I mean, doesn't he always sweat? It seems like he's always sweating.
Seriously, he's always got that fucking ham sweat going on.
Yeah.
See him trying to get one up on him and just making himself look stupid, and Sam sitting there is cool as a fucking cucumber, talking about he was trying to talk shit about Sam about how Christianity's just as bad as blah blah blah, and he was like, well, no, it's really not, because Christianity went through their enlightenment phase, and how many Christian suicide bombers do you see now, and how many
Oh yeah.
Christian genocides do you see now, and
Oh,
stuff
I know.
like
It's
that
like,
going over the
well,
numbers.
at least Sam Harris is smart enough to like show, hey, there's a big difference still between.
Oh yeah, there's a huge
Oh
difference.
yeah, I mean, yeah.
And
I
fucking
know.
Shank tried to turn it into a pissing contest between Christianity and Muslims and stuff like that, and trying to call Sam out for being racist, and only made himself look like stupider and stupider.
Well, yeah, because again, it's like because that's because Chink is an enabler because they always are trying to say, well, what about the Crusades and stuff? And it's like, yeah, the Crusades happened almost 1,000 years ago. There's a big difference between, like, I don't know, 13, 15, whatever, when the Crusades were happening, and like 2017, where you have a bunch of,
if you look,
what about those slaves
or
that
like,
built the
rapists
pyramids?
and stuff, yeah.
yeah, but if you look at the Crusades, also the Crusades were. I mean, which Crusades are we talking about? Because it was a fucking counterattack.
I understand. Well, I understand what you're talking. Oh yeah, I know about the Crusades. It's just that's their main excuse. Like their go-to excuse is always to bring up the Crusades or like the Inquisition or just something that's happened centuries ago. Do you basically say it?
The Inquisition would be a much better incident to point to versus like
but I think a lot of people don't really know the Inquisition because like they seem to bring up the Crusades a lot.
Exactly.
I know,
but I love how they always change the subject as soon as that happens. They're like, well, once you debunk that bullshit, like, look, that was so. They're like, well, what do you think about imperialist Protestants coming over and taking lands from people and blah blah blah? And I'm like, dude, like, how far back do you want to go? You know what I'm saying? Because we can just keep going further back.
Well, yeah, because that's
whichever fucking people.
Because that's like 400. Well, that's like 400 years ago, and again, everyone was basically doing that and stuff. So it's like you can't go back. Like you can't take something like 400 years ago and try to say comparable today. That's just stupid.
Exactly, and not to mention, if the further back you can find whatever fucking main culture that there was did that shit. You can go to the Persians, you can go to the fucking China, you can go anywhere you want.
Yeah, I mean, here's the reality: is in the 21st century, what people are doing, what radical Islamists are doing is wrong and stuff. Yeah. So you can't just make excuses saying we did this in the past. That's bullshit.
I agree.
I mean, again, it's like marital rape used to be, and like not existent in the past and stuff. So it's like by that logic, that's basically like saying, oh, it's okay because it used to be like that in the past,
Hell yeah. Are you talking? Yeah. Also, like the rule of thumb or whatever, if you know what that was.
Nah, I know it's an expression nowadays.
The rule of thumb used to be in some states, and I believe actually when I was stationed in West Virginia, it was still a thing. Is you could take your wife if she was being disobedient and whatnot, as long as you were beating her with a rod that was no bigger around than your thumb, it was legal. That was the rule of thumb.
Isn't that okay? Because isn't that a thing in Islam as well? Because there's like a rule that you can beat your wife as long as the stick isn't too big or something like that. Yeah,
I'm sure there is. I don't know that for a fact. Like I don't know.
Actually, I think there is. It's like it's a phrase in the Quran. I think it's like you can beat your wife, but the stick can't be too big or something.
Yeah, it's got to be like the size of a toothbrush or some shit.
Yeah, and you can't strike her in the face or some bullshit or something.
Yeah, it's like
Well, I was watching a guy on TFM show, and he was saying as long as you don't cause pain, but then TFM was arguing with him. He's like, well, then how the hell do you do?
Oh, you mean turfling monkey?
Yeah, and
I saw that episode. That was fantastic.
Yeah,
Dude,
I've been binging his videos. Like they're so interesting. Like it's very scientific. Yeah,
very much so. And that's the best way to be. Like facts beat feelings all the time.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's like so.
He's got some good guests though.
On YouTube, I recently found Carrot Man. I don't know if you guys seen Carrot Man.
I don't believe so.
It was people protesting. I think Richard Spencer in Alabama or someone, some speaker, and basically, so you had Antifa was there, and they were basically like talking about how they want to go out and like kill Nazis and stuff like that. And so there's this guy in like a carrot suit, like his pants and his like shirt are like basically orange, and he wears like a green carrot top and stuff for a hat. And he has like a sign on his like that he's wearing that basically says I don't care at all about your opinions or something, your feelings, or your outrage.
That's beautiful.
I know. So he's just like dancing around in front of Antifa, with the sign.
That's gorgeous.
Yeah, I know. So it's
Crazy.
like cool. It's another. I was like, I was gonna say another superhero has appeared. It's Carrot Man. So we have Base Stick Man, Black Spider Man, Carrot Man, and several others. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Someone needs to write a comic book called like the Anti-Resistance and stuff.
The anti-resistance. That's
Yeah,
hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like hilarious. But I think a lot of these people tend to think that they're in like a Star Wars movie because it's like Star Wars. They call themselves the Resistance, and now we have an actual Resistance and stuff. It's like,
That's what I call. That's what I said to that socialist girl. I was like, "What are you doing, larping around?" I was like, "Do you live in a socialist country?" And if the answer is no, then why are you larping as a fucking like resistance fighter or whatever? I was like, "This is fucking stupid."
I know because again, it's like I know because like according to like Antifa, they're like anarcho-communists, which doesn't make any sense because you can't have communism without a big government. But it's
Hell
like
yeah.
I know these idiots just don't know what they want and stuff. It's like it's like they support big government politicians, but apparently they also are against fascism or something like that.
Yeah, but I mean, fascism and communism go hand in hand as far as tactics.
Oh yeah, they're basically the same. It's just in their insane mind, you have to be like right wing to be fascist or something like that.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
something dumb.
Yes, because apparently yes, Ben Shapiro is a fascist, despite the fact that he hates big government because yeah. It's like people are calling like Donald Trump like saying he's like a fascist, and it's like, dude, if he was a fascist, then the media wouldn't be allowed to do all that stuff that they're doing to him and stuff.
For real.
Oh yeah, I've seen this. I've seen this video where it kind of actually went on to explain. I forgot where it was, but there was this black woman on the news who's saying that, not the word Nazi came from the Germans, but she didn't know that it actually meant National Socialist. So it's kind of like, and she even said herself that like. These neo-Nazis are supporting capitalism, but Nazis in general would not support capitalism at all. They're,
when you look at it, it's funny when you look at it, there are members of the alt-right who actually don't like capitalism. It's like if you look at it, like some of the white nationalists, like Richard Spencer is not really, he has a problem with capitalism as well. So,
all right, hold on, my dogs are working.
Oh, so okay, that's not Ricardo then.
Not this
Yeah.
time.
Okay. Dogs. They're so needy.
I love them though.
Oh yeah, I like dogs too. I mean, everyone I know seems to like cats, but I like dog breeds.
Oh yeah, dogs are way more damn obedient and loving, and also a dog will fucking wait for a week before it starts eating you if you die in your house. A cat will like eat your face a day after you're dead.
A dog wait a week before it starts eating you.
Yeah.
Yeah, till it's like starving to death.
Yep. Not a cat though. A cat will start eating your face like a day after.
More knowledge from the TFM show.
Wait. So a cat will start with your face?
Yes.
Oh, that's the exposed part. Probably if you died naked, it'd just start nibbling on your balls or something. But...
Yeah, whatever the soft.
I was saying, yeah, going for your face, that is pretty disturbing.
Well, it goes for the soft places like your eyes or anything like that. But yeah, if you like broke your neck.
Eat your eyes?
Yeah. I mean, birds do the same thing.
Oh, okay. I thought the eyes are like, like not very tasty or like very,
what were we talking about?
Apparently cats will
eating
go for
faces.
your face. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've seen that this one video where like this cat actually scratched at this girl's eye and it was like just bleeding out. It was just yeah, I couldn't sit through that again.
Oh man. Yeah. Well, apparently cats can kill someone, I think. Yeah.
Are you talking about babies?
Babies?
Yeah, I heard something about like cats smothering newborns or some shit.
Oh, I know they can scratch someone to death. Like they have. It is possible for them like to kill a person or something. Yeah.
I do know that cats' nails are very much got like bacteria and stuff on them. Like
yeah, I think that makes sense because that's why like they have some effect on you because I've been scratched by a cat and like it numbs up or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't feel like an ordinary. It feels like you get like a numbing sensation compared to like if you got cut by like a razor or something like that. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, there is a bacteria. They do release something
Oh.
into your body.
Oh yeah. Uh,
But back. Oh what?
oh, nothing.
Oh, I was saying, yeah. I guess back on the subject of Christmas, it's just so funny how some people are getting are getting complaining about Santa Claus being like a white guy.
Oh yeah, they'll just like go after the most innocuous
It's
thing in
like
the world,
I have
and
to
they'll
explain
just
I have to explain to him that Santa Claus is originally inspired off of Odin. Like the look, is kind of similar, and then it's like it's based upon like a
Saint
like a
Nicholas.
Germanic tradition and stuff. So it's like,
It was
and
a Germ.
Saint
It was
Nicholas
a,
the Turk.
yeah, exactly. Who was the saint of like whores? That is fucking great. Yeah, Saint Nicholas was a real
Yeah.
person that
Oh yeah.
was mythologized off of how he
Well,
would
yeah,
give.
but the core, I think they say like the core of Santa Claus is also has to do with like Odin, like Norse, like the Nords, the Norse, like I think like the original idea came from Denmark or just something, but yeah, like the look of Santa Claus is heavily inspired by Germans, and like
It makes sense to have.
Norwegians.
It makes sense to have his sleigh pulled by reindeer, sort of like Thor with his goat carriage.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, but anyway, that's what I was saying. It's like he's meant to look like white because his cultural background, the cultural icon of Santa Claus, comes from a European nation.
Hell yeah.
I mean, it would be like people.
Right.
It'd be like if Black Panther becomes a huge icon, he needs to be made into like another race because he's beloved by so many people. And he's exposed to like a lot of non-blacks.
Hell yeah.
It's just stupid. It'd be like saying a Nazi has to not be African now because he became super popular around the world. So they have to make him like white or Asian. It's like obviously the black people would like lose their shit and stuff if they did that or said that.
That's ridiculous,
yeah.
but it's
that's
about as
interesting.
ridiculous.
See, that's interesting. These SJWs and white nationalists is white nationalists at least don't say we need to take your stuff and turn it white and stuff.
Really like identity politics on like any side, but man, Jesus,
Well, yeah, but there is a
SJWs are
difference.
so
I noticed that there's a
fucking
big
annoying.
difference. Yeah.
Especially as much shit as you do not see white nationalists in the news trying to change fucking crazy policies. You know what I'm saying? It's like versus the corruption.
The irony is that SJWs ironically are like identitarian imperialists because they basically want to do they hate colonialism, but they're doing basically the same thing that colonialists want to do, which is take something and like mold it into like their own image.
Well, go for it, Florence. I apologize.
Oh no, you can go.
No. Be my guest, dude. You haven't talked enough. Hit it up.
Okay, so on Twitter, actually, like that's why I kind of agree with you on the whole SJWs just want to like turn everything into what they pretty much see fit, even the most innocuous kind of stuff, like the stuff that's meant for kids. Like I on Twitter just today, I actually saw people go after Paw Patrol and Thomas the Tank Engine, and
wait, what was wait, I know Paw Patrol, but I guess because like they're police or something saying it's fascist or something like that.
I don't really know about that, but probably. But
they went after Thomas the Tank Engine though.
I know, like that's my cousins really love those shows, and it's like they're kids, it's like.
I watched Thomas the Tank Engine all the time as a kid.
Oh yeah, I've only really seen a little bit of it.
I watched it all the time. I was obsessed with that show. I mean, some people. I know that some people criticize the show because, like, some people are saying that it's encouraging child labor or something. Like, it's basically like saying, "Oh, it's telling kids that their only worth is if you work hard" or something like that. And it's like, no, I mean, that show kind of taught me to like, try extra hard at working and stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, what a horrible lesson to teach kids to work hard and put out. And you'll get rewarded for working hard. What the fuck?
It's like your only usefulness is working. That gives kids a bad message to tell them that they're only useful if they work hard and stuff.
Oh yeah, it's that one black woman who actually compared hard work to slavery.
What the fuck?
I know. It's like, is she aware that you have to work hard to build all the things that exist in this world. It's like, yeah, making a computer that takes hard work, making the pyramids that took hard, again, it's like Jesus,
Hell yeah.
I know. I think some people really just want to go back to living in tents and teepees or whatever you want to call that, our ancestors.
They can fucking have that shit. I mean, if
Oh
they
my
want to
God.
do
Yo,
that,
so, okay.
Fucking move to the woods.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
go for it.
No. Seriously, we need to create a time machine. Just send colonies back into the past, so these people can just not mess around in our future.
No, we should take them out Terminator style. Be like, so these were your parents, huh?
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, but no, I think that'd be kind of cool if we develop time travel. Then it's like we could just send people back to the past. The people who just want to
Dude, with
who want to live
many,
these non hardworking lives. Yeah.
with as many vaccinations as like we have right now, we could probably do that and live like fucking kings. I'm down for that shit. I want to go back to a much simpler time where I could just take over the fucking world. That'd be great.
I just like to go back to ancient Rome, because then you would have there'd be no less amount of women to to hang out with and stuff.
No, we need to go back to like the perfect time period where this shit wasn't out of control, but where women still were like shaving their legs. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta find that happy medium. You don't want
I
to
like running
mean,
water.
I'm not sure. I mean, did they in ancient Rome they might have shaved though. I'm not sure. I have to look that up because I don't know. It seemed like at least in pictures, Roman women were pretty well shaven in ancient times.
That's true, but then again,
and again, like I said, as long as you're confident and stuff and look like you got money and stuff, yeah, those women would fall over you in ancient Rome.
hell yeah. And no, go back with modern weaponry too, dude. You just like, this is my boomstick.
This is my
Like
magic gun. It's like, yeah, it's like I pull out I'm in front of a Roman crown. It's like, here's a gun and stuff.
Hell yeah. Like
I am Mars.
Army of Darkness.
Yeah, it's like, I am Mars, god of war. I am your god of war, Mars, and stuff.
Hell yeah.
I can kill a man without even swinging a sword. Yeah.
No, those guys are all like wearing fucking robes and shit. Like, could you imagine going down in some like tactical gear and shit? They think you were a fucking demon. They're like, what the fuck is this? Especially wearing like a Viking helmet.
If you're wearing a Viking helmet, I think a lot of people, if you were wearing shirts and pants and all that stuff, I think a lot of people would just say you're a barbarian.
Oh no,
a Celt.
No, I meant like a motorcycle helmet. You know what I'm saying? Like a black visor, can't see the face. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think they would just assume that you're a barbarian, like some type of Celt or German.
Hell yeah.
Another tribe. Yeah, they would just most of the assumption is if you look weird, you're gonna be a barbarian.
Only problem is I don't think my Latin is shit, so I wouldn't be able to fucking speak with people very well.
Oh wait! You mean to tell me that Romans aren't speaking in British English all the time, like I see on television?
Exactly. So we'd have to learn Latin first.
Yeah, I always wonder why they do it. It's like, seriously, it's like everything involving a Roman, they're always speaking British.
Hell yeah. Well, I mean, that's movies, you know what I'm saying? But
well, no, it's like, if they were singing, I guess yes, but it's like, is it really that hard to find people who can just put on an Italian accent?
Probably not. I mean, I don't know.
It's just weird. It's like we have an obsession with always, having British, if it's set in the past, it's always a British person speaking.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know. It's like back in the good old days, used to have Americans voice actors in fantasy, like Spartacus, they were Americans, and then we also had Conan the Barbarian. They also had American actors.
Possibly the greatest movie ever.
I know. It's like, what happened to those good old days? Nowadays, it's like if you have a fantasy movie, everyone has to be British. Like Lord of the Rings. With the few exceptions.
Oh yeah. What were you saying, Florence?
It's because
Oh no, you guys can go.
No, I wasn't. I was just asking what you were saying.
No, I was agreeing. So
yeah. Okay. Well, it's just it's like, I guess it's just because they want to it gives off that that authentic feel to have those British accents, because to us it looks it's a different form of English and has that refined flair to it.
Hell yeah, I agree. But also, sometimes it really backfires because I have an English accent, and they're not in England or any type of like Britannia or any shit like that.
Oh,
Fuck,
yeah.
I forgot which movie I was watching where English accent, or maybe he had like a Scottish accent, but I can't think of the fucking movie it was, but it was so out of place that it like took me out of the movie. I was like, that's not correct.
I know. Well, it's like in ancient Rome, everyone has British accents basically in those movies and TV shows. It's like I don't think there's any non-Roman I don't think there's any movie or TV show set in ancient Rome that doesn't have British actors playing the Romans.
Yeah.
Like occasionally they will have non-Brits play the other like ethnics, but it's like, yeah, if you're British or Greek, everyone is speaking British in an accent.
Hell yeah.
I mean, I think even Egyptians, like they even cast Egyptians in British actors as well.
Maybe that's what it was. Perhaps it was fucking that Moses movie that came out recently.
Oh, you mean the new one?
Yeah, that could have been it.
Yeah, you're talking about the one. Yeah. Oh, was that no? Oh, that wasn't Noah's Ark then.
No, not Noah's Ark. Although that movie was hilarious.
Oh, I heard people hate it because it basically like Ridley Scott likes to take like religion, basically twist it for his own, purposes. Like apparently it was like an environmentalist message or something like that.
I can see why. Okay, so I grew up in a Southern Baptist church, so I can definitely see how and why Christians would be pissed off about that. It was blatantly stupid, and they added their own. I mean, of course they're going to add their own twist
Well,
because
it's Ridley Scott. I mean, did you see Kingdom of Heaven?
Yes, I did.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like that movie basically tried to portray like the Muslims as like more of the innocent people, and like the Christians are like mostly the bad guys and stuff. Like that was, it was very blatantly unhistorical. Kingdom of Heaven starring Orlando Bloom.
Does he do the Aliens movies though, Ridley Scott?
Yeah, he did the Aliens movie. He did at least a couple of them.
That fucking one with that Jesus alien that was like fucking putting his blood in the water and shit.
You mean Prometheus? Because I know he did Prometheus.
Yeah, Prometheus. Yeah, that had tons of religious undertones in it.
I know Sargon hated Prometheus. Like he said, like there was something illogical about it or something.
Well,
So
yeah.
many religious undertones.
Yeah, it was Prometheus was kind of dumb. It kind of fucked up.
Well,
Fucked up the Alien series, but once again, it's a remake just standing on like its predecessor's shoulders and pissing all over the heads of your predecessors. It's stupid.
Yeah. See, the thing about Ridley Scott is when he makes a movie set in the past, like I like Gladiator,
Yes.
but it's historically inaccurate. Like I was saying, he likes to take historical stuff and like twist it in the way that he thinks is good and stuff. Which again, when it's setting in the
like Gladiator was hella entertaining.
Oh yeah, Gladiator was entertaining. It's just like I think some people actually will take that and think, oh, this is how it is. Like a lot of people, their view on the Crusades are based upon these very historically inaccurate ideas. It's like the same thing with the Middle Ages. Like a lot of people take the Middle Ages and thinks that it's a really horrible time period, but it actually wasn't as bad as people think it is.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's pretty crazy.
Like in the Middle Ages, you were more likely to die from something that wasn't like a weapon. Like you weren't going to basically have to fear for your life every day, being massacred.
You're more likely to die from like an infection or a fever.
You probably get the fucking shits or something, and then fucking
scurvy.
Well, yeah, but the good thing back in the Middle Ages, back in the Middle Ages, there were no STDs. They had died out. The reason why I get STDs is from Native Americans.
Correct. That is true.
Yeah, we gave them smallpox. They gave us STDs.
Correct. I saw a documentary on that. I was like, holy fuck.
Yeah, because they died out. Because that makes sense. Because again, when you think about it, if STDs did exist in Europe, then the Romans would have died out a long time ago. Because those guys were effing everything human.
Hell yeah.
Oh, and Caligula. It's like, oh my god, Caligula was such a pervert and stuff.
Oh god, I love Anthony Jeselnik. That was
you talking about that movie? You mean that Caligula movie? You see that movie?
I didn't see. I did see.
That movie is so pervert. It's not accurate. It's not historically accurate, really. But it's like they make it look like Romans are so perverted. Like it's literally like,
dude, they were fucking having orgies all over the fucking place. And Caligula was an evil psychopath.
Oh yeah, he was. It's just in the movie they kind of portray him as not really being. Like everyone's kind of like a psychopath. It's like the entire imperial family is like psychotic.
Oh, yeah.
But like,
Well,
yeah,
yeah, his
Caligula. What?
historically his uncle was fucked up too, though. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you mean it's like, yeah, the actual Emperor Tiberius?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was screwed up, but like in the movie, he's like, he's like just as much of a sexual like fiend and stuff. Like he has like this like island of like of like all these sexual oddities or something like that.
Hell yeah.
But like, yeah, like in the actual history, yeah, Caligula was pretty like that guy was pretty evil and stuff.
But
Like
not,
he would like appear in like he would he would like have like affairs with senators like wives
yeah,
and
then
like
he'd
make
walk
them
into.
watch or something. Yeah,
No, he'd like walk. He'd tell them what he was gonna do. I'm gonna go fuck your wife now. All right, you
yeah,
stay here and you dine. By the
The
way,
original cucks.
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like, by the way, I could just nod to the guards right now and have them
And
slit
then
your
and then
fucking
and then there's
throat.
also and then there's Nero, Milo's favorite emperor and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
It's like I think Milo jokes saying it's like I would love to just sit over like I don't know a major city and watch it burn while playing fiddle and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. Would you really not feel tempted to like watch San Francisco burn and like not play the fiddle and stuff?
I thought it was already burning, wasn't it? Isn't California on fire right now?
Maybe. Well, I'm not sure right now, but that was a joke. I mean, there's no proof actually that he did actually do that because I mean, again, the people who wrote about Caligula, Nero were the people who hated him because when you think about it, like Nero and Caligula, they never did anything to the working class people. The people that they did stuff they crossed were the rich people, and they hated them for that, and they're the ones who write the history. So.
Oh yeah.
Nero wasn't really that bad. Like at least a documentary I watched kind of showed him as being more sympathetic. Like he kind of like just kind of lost his mind. He, like
What
went
channel?
crazy.
What channel were you watching that on? Because I binge
Yeah,
watched.
it was
like, a whole bunch of this shit.
It was the rise and fall of the Roman Empire and stuff. Like it was basically doing like they did like episodes for each emperor or something like that. So the one I watched was one for Nero. The guy who plays Smeagol is the actor who plays Nero.
Oh wow! There's a series called, I think it was on the History Channel, called Ancients Behaving Badly. You should definitely check out. It's fucking great.
But the actor who plays Smeagol, right? Like Gollum.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did a really good job. His acting was phenomenal. He did a really good Nero.
I'm sorry, dude. Can you guys hear me coughing? I apologize.
Oh, it's fine. We can hear it, but it's fine.
I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna get some fucking throat spray or some shit. Fuck.
Okay, sure. But yeah, it's just like going back to ancient Roman time. Yeah, pretty crazy stuff back then.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and you could be, and you could be into guys and stuff. Just back in those days, you wouldn't get married, but you basically would do your business at night and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, because that's what Milo said in one of the interviews. Like his view on on homosexuality was like kind of like ancient Roman and Greek, where it's like you'd still get married to women to reproduce and share the wealth and stuff, but once that night you could go out and do your business and stuff, and like fuck whoever you wanted.
Guys ever watch any of the Fall of Rome videos, like from Molyneux or somebody?
No, is that an actual series or is it like a YouTube videos?
He did like a 2-hour video. It looked pretty interesting. I passed it up though.
Oh, so it's YouTube?
Yeah, Stefan Molyneux.
Oh, you mean the he's a cartoonist guy. Like guy writes who shows all those like those funny.
The bald Canadian fucking, I guess call him a philosopher.
It's Stephen Molyneux.
He's the art, but he's the artist guy. He's the one who draws all those funny memes, right?
No, don't think so. Freedom AM Radio.
Okay, I'll have to look it up because that name sounds very familiar.
Yeah, no, he's got some good videos. I didn't really watch too much of his Fall of Rome stuff because, like I said, it's like 2 or 3 hours. Like I can't fucking sit through it.
Okay.
Would have been interesting.
Yeah.
If you're into that.
Yeah. Yeah. Like a few years ago, I was really into Roman history. It was pretty interesting looking up all the different wars. Then before that, I was also really into Greek history. Greeks are pretty cool too.
Into 2D waifus. Therefore, I'm playing this impossible game.
Oh, you mean Uncraft Me?
It's Uncraft World now.
Waifus. But it's only a matter of time before the feminists try to take away our waifus.
Never. We'll fucking
What?
have blockchain waifus.
The question is, so do you? When Gual gets back, because he probably wants to answer this question. But anyway, so do you guys? I don't know. Do you think that if the feminists do indeed try to make a huge go after anime, do you think like that's actual? There'll actually be military response from like fanboys and stuff.
Let's just import that shit straight from Japan. They could go fuck themselves. I'll learn Japanese. I'll bypass it all.
I can't learn Japanese.
You can do anything.
Oh yeah, Japanese is a completely different creature because like I've actually tried to learn Spanish and that's pretty like easy
French.
for me.
Well, Spanish is easy.
Like they taught us all French up in Canada, but you immediately forget it.
You live in Quebec because they're going to teach you French, yeah.
Well, I live in Ottawa, which is right on the border of Quebec, so we have French.
Well, that makes sense, yeah. I mean, French, yeah, I've tried learning French a few times because my family's part French. But yeah, it's kind of hard. It's kind of difficult. Like for me, it's like, language. It's hard to learn language just for me because I guess I'm one of those people. It's like it has to be a necessity.
Well, the point I was making is like Spanish, French, Italian. They're pretty much all the same at the end of the day. Like the language.
Yeah, they're in the same family. Yeah. It's just for some reason Spanish has has been put together to be easier to learn.
Oh yeah.
It's not like Japanese or something.
Well, Japanese, something else. Like German is easy to learn because we're in the same family of language. German, English, German, Swedish, all that stuff. Yeah, we're Germanic languages. Because if you look at Old English, the language that people like back in Anglo-Saxon England used to speak, it sounds almost exactly like German.
Oh
yeah. Yeah, I actually got to read a little bit of it when I was reading Beowulf in my
oh yeah.
Yeah, I was reading it in my senior year, and we got to read a little bit of it, and I can agree that it does sound. If it doesn't sound Germanic, it definitely sounds. Well, I mean, it some parts sound sort of English, but also Germanic.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, because like a good example is like there's an interesting story. I'm not sure if it's a real story or not, but I heard someone mention it online. Is that so? Like, hundreds of years ago, when the Vikings first came to England, so a Viking ran into an English farmer, and they were kind of shocked to understand that they could understand each other because apparently Old English and Old Norse sound very similar. So they actually were able to understand each other, and they were very frightened that's what happened. And then the Viking just killed the farmer and stuff. Because he was there to pillage.
Hell yeah. Beowulf is one of the oldest Anglo-Saxon epics. Oh
yeah, it's a huge epic.
In Anglo-Saxon. I think it's one of the first.
Did you watch like the animated film?
I didn't like it because they changed too much of it. You know what I'm saying? I was very excited to see it, but when I watched it, it turned into a fucking our past type bullshit, and that really destroyed the character of Beowulf because Beowulf does die fighting the fire worm, but like
the dragon.
Yeah, exactly. In the epic, in the original epic, it's a fire worm or whatever they call like their dragons of the time. It's exactly the same thing. It's like a fire drake.
Yeah,
like that's not it wasn't his fucking son, and I thought they overplayed that chick.
What? But Angelina Jolie, we got to see a hot Angelina Jolie looking like naked ladies. Naked ladies. That was worth it.
I was like, I've seen her tits before, like, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, because you said you can find any celebrities news.
Oh, dude, like Original Sin is, I think, one of the last movies she actually showed her tits in. But I mean, she showed her tits in fucking Hackers.
Yeah, it's funny when you say like, when you like made that statement that you could find any celebrities nudes and stuff. I immediately start thinking of like High School DxD, where like he's like in the ground talking about how he's gonna destroy more women's clothing and stuff.
He's
like all dramatic.
I'll be so powerful. I'll be able to rip women's clothes off just by looking at them.
I mean, that's because that's like a parody on like those dramatic moments in shonen anime, right? Where the guy's like in the dirt and stuff swearing. It's like making like a pledge that he's gonna get stronger.
Hell yeah. But no, I mean, it's true. Like, damn, Comics for Days. Was it Comics for Days? I think it was Comics for Days. He was like, man, but you can't find Betty White. And I was like, give me 5 minutes. And I found her pics when in her prime and posted them in that fucking Discord.
Yeah, well, again, she was like in her prime, like back in like what, the 50s? Like, what was her prime?
The 60s, yeah. Like,
well, maybe 50s because she's in her 90s, right? So that'd be like.
Well, she's dead as fuck, so she's in the ground right now. But
wait,
yeah,
Betty White passed away.
Pretty confident. Didn't that happen? Am I making that up?
No, she's still alive. She's like in her 90s now. She looks like she's in her 80s, but she's like in her 90s or something like that. And she still looks young, yeah.
Oh yeah, she's still alive.
Oh yeah, she's like super old, but yeah, I mean, again, it's like the 50s and 40s, even 30s. You know, there's gonna be nudes for like actresses basically because they weren't as You think that people were sticking mutts back then, but you'll find them if you look.
Oh yeah, dude. Well, here's the thing: it's fucking Hollywood. If you don't think you were sucking some dick to get a part, you were definitely sucking cock to get that part. And when that whole big sex scandal fucking blew the doors off with Weinstein and everybody else, my reaction was like, yeah, no shit, they were sucking dick.
Here's the funny thing is, don't you find it interesting how like you're not seeing any of the older actresses talk about this and stuff? I mean, maybe it's because they might know that this is kind of a common thing that's happened.
Only the ones that are big into the progressive movement and the fucking victim culture. But I mean, it's ridiculous not to think that shit happened. You know that shit happened. They got famous for it, and now they're mad because they got famous.
I mean,
for it.
It's always happened because again, it's like old Kevin Spacey thing where it's like, Family Guy basically did a joke about that years ago and stuff.
Oh yeah, they're good at calling that shit.
Oh no, so everyone knows that's going on. It's like the whole Roman Polanski stuff as well, where it's like like because now Meryl Streep is getting like torn apart because that whole thing. Because people are like calling her an enabler or something like that. So there's like someone posted like pictures of like they're like posters all over Hollywood or something or LA, like calling her out or something. Yeah, it's like a street art.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and then like when people posted about it on Facebook, like there was like the comment section was full of like a bunch of like feminists complaining about, we need to talk about like the men or something like that.
Well, I'm going to be heartless here. It's not like the actresses did not benefit from it. They knew what the rules were. You suck this guy's dick, you get the part. Like it's fucking prostitution is what the fuck it was.
101.
It is 100% whoring 101.
Like, come on,
in the 21st
trading sex for
21st century,
favors.
Well, in the 21st century is like like a man asking for sex for favors is basically nowadays rape and sexual harassment now.
Oh yeah, fuck that. Yeah, I was about to say.
Understand.
Well, first the first rule of feminism is basically that they want women to basically control all forms of sexuality. That's basically it.
Pretty much. Well, if I go out on a date with a girl and she wants to sleep over at my house, deal. It's like, look, you can stay over, sure, but we're fucking. If we aren't fucking, you're not staying over. Nothing personal. You ain't using me for a place to crash. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
that's just really what it is. Hey, it is what it is. Hey, yeah, but I mean, I'd rather be blunt and straightforward. Yeah, half the time. Half the time it doesn't. You know what I'm saying? It's 50-50.
Okay. Well, no, I've read somewhere that being blunt is actually really good because being straightforward and blunt.
On the table.
Yeah, no shit. Like, I don't beat around the bush. I don't like the bullshit. I hate playing games. Like, I mean, fuck it. Might as well just throw it out there. It is what it is.
Yeah.
And also, like, the confident guy. You know what I'm saying? I don't.
That's confidence is like super important. It's like with football. It's not just about the physicality. You have to have the confidence to be a good football player.
You have to believe to achieve. That type of shit.
I like what Joe Namath says. Joe Namath says, gotta have confidence in yourself, gotta have confidence in your team. If you don't have confidence, you can't play football.
Yeah.
But it's just I don't know. This whole business has kind of opened up like a can of worms because a lot of people were worried that this whole stuff is going to basically turn, which it has. It's kind of turned into a witch hunt where it's like now it's now become weaponized. Because now you have it happening in politics, where now politicians are getting accused left and right of assault and harassment stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And that one place, yeah, it's deciding fucking elections now and shit.
Yeah, see, that's the last thing you want to do and stuff, is because when that happens, then you basically are going to take something that should never be politicize it. So now you're going to hurt actual victims and stuff, you know? Yeah, it's probably going to damage it all in the long run.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, then you have like what is it? Yeah, I'm trying to remember, but anyway, yeah, it's all basically a mess. And there's like that other guy who apparently who's running for Senate. He's like a meme lord apparently.
Oh yeah, I've seen this.
Yeah, he posted a picture of a helicopter like dropping Paul Ryan and like another guy out of a helicopter. He like posted it on his Twitter page, and he's like running for Senate. He's like running for like Paul Ryan's seat or something like that.
It worked for Trump.
Well, yeah, it's just yeah. So when I saw this, I told him, hey, we need more Washington needs more shitlords. You have my support and stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah, no, it's like yes, no, we need a shitlord majority. I mean, if it was up to me, they should definitely have like a shitlord party and stuff. That'd be hilarious to have like a political party in America that's basically made up of shitlords and stuff.
The
deplorables.
That works.
Yeah, I wonder when someone's gonna start. I wonder when someone's gonna have like a political campaign where like they're showing memes to their supporters and stuff.
Dude, that would take mudslinging to a whole new level. That would be so gorgeous.
Yeah. I think, if Milo ran for politics in America, I mean, I know Milo would never be a politician, probably because he just doesn't interest in that, but it'd be awesome if he tried running as a politician in America.
I think Ben Shapiro would do quite well.
I think he is going to run for president, I think.
As long as he doesn't go for like anything in California. You know what I'm saying? That's like the wrong spot to go. I know he wants to clean up
this thing. Well, I mean, I don't know. It depends, because I know the thing with California is that they, like I said, there's a lot of conservatives there. It's just, the cities are so populated. And it's like, I don't know. That's why I hate it. It's weird that so many cities vote left when it's like, if they were voting right, they would, you would have so much more money to save, spend, and have the things like, have these cities not screw up their infrastructure. But because they vote left, they blow so much money that like it basically f's up the economy.
Well, you got to think all the fucking retards want free handouts, either because they're not smart enough.
Yeah, it's like the more popular. Yeah, it's like the more times people congregate, the more stupid they get.
Oh yeah, well the bigger the group, like the lower the average intelligence I find.
I know it's really annoying, because it's like, I know it's like in terms of GDP, it produces the most amount of revenue. But they're so much in debt because they spend so much on bullshit that they're like, this is why they can't break off from the United States. If they were to break off from the United States, they would be screwed, because it's like all of that debt that we pay off for them would basically like just destroy their economy. And then they would also not have water. Like their water supply would be like ruined.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I'd say sell them back to Mexico.
Well, Mexico can have it. I mean, you're going to have water supply droughts and stuff. It's not really going to help that much. Because then, I mean, if they
get rid of all the liberals, you could build a wall around it.
I thought Mexico already infiltrated. I thought that was already like part of Mexico.
Kind of, but I mean, the thing about that is that if California did break off from the United States, then like Hollywood would leave basically. Like it'd be interesting, because I feel like Hollywood would either end up in Texas or maybe Nevada. It'd be cool if it went down to New Orleans. That'd be kind of fun.
Oh yeah, that'd be. I mean, it's already a cesspool. Jesus, damn.
Oh, New Orleans,
dude. I was stationed like not too far away from New Orleans when I was in Pensacola, and that's like the country's fucking armpit.
I don't know. Well, my family's originally from there, actually, but it's like, it's a pretty beautiful city though. Like, interesting culture, really great places to eat. Yeah, good, nice place to eat.
Yeah, I'm scared to fuck anybody around there because of the STDs. Like, no shit, that place is
What,
dirty.
really?
Dude, that
Really?
is a dirty fucking place. Like, dude, they've got
Okay.
like drunk wagons that come and pick people up, like from alcohol poisoning and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like little golf carts with like fucking trailers on the back.
That sounds like fun.
Like, oh god, be
Well,
aware.
that's better than Seattle. In Seattle, if you get like drunk, if you're not, they're just gonna let you lie on the ground or something.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, Jesus. I mean, people die from alcohol poisoning. It's fucking weird.
Well, of course, yeah, people drink, but I don't know. It just seems like it sounds like the nightlife in New Orleans is really great and stuff. Like some really cool places
Great.
to go.
It's a little over great. You know, you've got like great.
Yeah,
on
the French
scale,
Quarter.
and then you've got like New Orleans fucked up, which is like twice that. Like you're my idea of a good time is not blacking out. You know what I'm saying? I like being aware of
Yeah.
what I'm doing and shit. Like, holy fuck. Not to mention.
Oh no, yeah, I like being aware too because I mean, like otherwise, you can't have a good time with the ladies and stuff if you're not aware.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, I'm not talking junk about like where your family came from or none of that. But like, holy fuck.
Oh, yeah,
like,
no.
Some of those parts are grimy and just dirty, dude. Just like, ugh.
Yeah, I hear Lafayette is a pretty cool place.
I'm just scared to live in a place that is surrounded by like 3 bodies of water and you're below sea level. That just isn't smart to me.
Okay.
It's not a good idea.
Yeah, but I mean, the interesting about New Orleans is, I mean, Louisiana as a whole is that, you have a lot of weird stuff that happens there. Like, a lot of people say that Portland, Oregon is weird, but it's like, no, if you want weird, you go down to Louisiana and Florida. That's actual weird, like voodoo magic, monsters and all that shit. I mean, because that's where True Blood took place, I think, in Louisiana.
Oh yeah, and fucking alligators and fucking actual thing and pythons.
Oh yeah, no. If you kill someone, you just need to dump them in the bayou so some alligator eats them.
Yeah. Oddly enough, though. Yeah, I try not to go places that can happen. I would personally never want to go to fucking Alaska because that's like where people go missing more than any other place in America.
So yeah, pro tip, Walt, if you go down Louisiana, take cocaine, black out, and accidentally kill a woman and stuff, just go to the bayou and dump her body.
There you go. I've already got my plan set. Exactly.
Yeah. Who's that famous person who killed the hooker and stuff?
Jesus, which one?
I don't know. It's who's a famous person? I mean, I'm just trying to think someone they took cocaine or something and killed a hooker.
Are you thinking of Pulp Fiction where the accidentally snorted heroin? That was interesting.
No, it wasn't Pulp Fiction. It was a real person and stuff in real life. I can't remember who it was, but I think someone got implicated where it's they were smoking cocaine or doing cocaine and they basically actually killed someone.
I believe it. I bet it happened a couple times.
It's probably happened a couple times, but it's some people, they can't handle the drugs, so they do something crazy and kill someone.
Hell yeah. I mean, that's why I don't do hard drugs.
Florida, man.
Have you guys ever seen that movie Project X?
No, but I've heard about it.
Oh yeah.
Animal House, is that what's called? Animal House, the party movie?
That was a great movie. That's an old school movie.
Yeah, imagine it's like Animal House, but it's shot in found footage where it's a recording. So it's these high school kids throw a party while this kid's parents are away. It's for his birthday, and they get everyone from the school and around the city and stuff to come to this party. It's mass. There's 2,000 people there. It's insane. And what makes it, the reason why they call it Project X, I think, is because at one point they steal a gnome that's giving the middle finger from this Vietnam vet. I think he's a vet and stuff. He's a crazy guy. So they steal it. And eventually at the party, someone busts it open with a bat and it's full of ecstasy pills. So they all take ecstasy and stuff.
Oh, Jesus. That sounds fun.
It does. Oh, yeah. It's really crazy. It's everyone's drinking, taking ecstasy. It's insane. Yeah.
Drinking and taking ecstasy is not a good idea. That'll dehydrate you quick. You need water.
Yeah.
Taking X.
Oh
but,
yeah.
I mean, it'll fuck you up. I'm sure. But God.
Yeah, it's when the police they call the police at first and people are quiet and stuff and the characters are joking saying oh yeah, you need a warrant for this and stuff. You can't come in the house and stuff. And then they're saying oh yeah, he's 18. In my culture, I became an adult at 13 and stuff because he's Jewish.
Oh,
So he makes like a
Jesus.
comeback later. So when they leave, they basically go back out to the party and they like shout till the break of dawn. Everyone goes insane.
Holy fuck.
Well, I don't know. Do you mind spoilers? I like the ending.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so basically what happens is that veteran guy goes insane, comes to the party with a flamethrower and starts torching the neighbor and stuff. And then eventually the police come and take him down and stuff. It's pretty crazy. And like everyone just put out the fire. They dump like an entire like they use like a fire helicopter to basically dump like a whole bunch of water onto his house, which floods the entire place and stuff. And it's like insane. Yeah. And one guy like basically grabs a police officer who's on like a horse, tackles them, and basically steals the horse and runs off.
Jesus.
I know, it's like insane. It's like literally the whole movie is about, people like giving in to like wanting to party and just not caring about the rules and stuff. It's like insane. And yeah, like one of the main characters, that guy's like he like just wants pussy and stuff. That's like his thing.
Nice. I can see that.
I know, it's
especially
like
for a high schooler.
it's like I need to like F a girl with big titties and stuff. Yeah. Yeah. It's just insane, yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like one of those high school comedy movies. You know what I'm saying? Genres. It sounds fun though. I do enjoy like those. What was that one?
Well, what I like about it is just how they're taking out. People have taken the the found footage genre and done a lot of stuff with it, because Blair Witch Project's like a horror movie. Paranormal Activity is super paranormal. Cloverfield's a giant monster film, and then Chronicle is like a superhero.
Yeah, I loved Chronicle. I thought it was a great movie.
Oh yeah, Chronicle was great. I hope they make a sequel, because I know it's like kind of in development hell right now, but it sounds like it could be really good.
Hell yeah, especially with fucking what was that, Fox?
Yeah, telekinesis. Like I said, telekinesis. That's like an awesome superpower. Because I never thought about it until that movie where it's like, oh yeah, telekinesis. You can fly. You can create shields to like stop bullets and stuff.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That movie was all right.
You can simulate superhuman strength by simply just grabbing them and like using your mind to like fling them.
Hell yeah. I like that concussion blast that dude had too, where he just like make like it was like a force push or a force bomb, like when he was robbing that fucking gas station.
Oh yeah, where like that. Well, yeah, that's the cool thing. Is like he pulls the guy's teeth out because he's able to like control it to the exact level. I mean, here's the disturbing thing is if you wanted to, you could literally just reach into someone's brain and like kind of like rip out a piece, just like mess around, kill someone by just like messing around with their brain. Or like you could look, if you want to be even weird, you could literally make someone's blood flow the wrong way. Because if your blood flows the wrong way, that's an immediate killer. That would kill you immediately.
Hell yeah. Or like put a grip on somebody's heart in their fucking chest.
And if you want to get more creative, you could literally like, I don't know, like take like 1,000 knives and stab them and stuff, It's like with telekinesis, that thing is in comic books, like a lot, I don't know, it seems like comic books don't really use that much, but it's like telekinesis is a very dangerous superpower. Like it's so easy to kill someone.
Character's way too
I'm probably gonna catch a lot of shit for this, but I really like the Heroes
TV show
series or whatever. Yeah, dude, Sylar was my favorite fucking character out of that whole series.
Season one's amazing. Like that, I watched Heroes. Like, yeah, season 1 is the best. Like that's some fantastic television right there. It's season 1.
Yeah,
like that was perfect. But the rest of it went downhill and stuff. I mean, it was good at some points, but like season 1, that was just perfection right there.
Hell yeah, season 2 was so bad because that was during the whole writer's strike. So like all television series had like, I mean, it was shorter. It was kind of stupid. Nothing made sense. Season 3 was better.
But season 2 was good. Season 4, but it's like, season 1, it's like, that to me is like, that's what the X-Men, like, that's what Fox's X-Men could have been if it was like perfection and stuff, because that's like, it's like the X-Men. But like not saying like, because like Fox's X-Men is not set in the Marvel universe. So, it's unhindered by the continuity. So it's like, it's like, so season 1 is like Fox's X-Men if it was perfection and stuff.
Yeah, I agree. Season 1 was fucking beautiful. Like, I mean, fuck.
Oh yeah, like I loved the whole monologue that you're given by like Dr. Suresh before he even appears in the series.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like a biblical. It's almost like a biblical text and stuff, but it's not. Yeah,
What
Very
show we're
much so.
talking about?
Heroes.
Heroes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've only seen the first. I just started watching the first season.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
dude, that's
just watch.
fucking
It's so
awesome.
good. Yeah. Did you see it, Ricardo?
Yeah, way back whenever it was airing. What, like 5 years ago? Maybe even longer.
Yeah, it's a while ago. They tried to make a sequel, but it bombed. I think. Yeah.
Oh, dude, I saw that piece of shit. I saw the first couple episodes of that and was like, this is fucking garbage.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just. Yeah, actually, like, yeah, Heroes was a really good show, but yeah, it's just like that's what I'm saying. Yeah, in comic books, it's like, yeah, Jean Grey, all the other characters with telekinesis, like it's almost like, yeah, the comics don't understand. Yo, with telekinesis, you could do some serious, insane crap to kill people and stuff.
Hell yeah.
I mean, the one weakness to telekinesis is that you have to think about it. So, like, if you're faster than the speed of thought, then you can, like, blitz them.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
they're doing that in the new Cable arc. So, like, the whole thing that they're doing to combat telekinesis is Cable's team has a telekinetic and the other team has a telekinetic, so at least they can kind of pair off with each other.
Well, I mean,
Otherwise, they
I don't
just
know. Did you ever see
scramble
that movie
everybody's
Jumper?
brains. Hmm. Yeah.
Did you guys ever see the movie Jumper?
Jumper. That sounds familiar.
The guy who plays Anakin Skywalker, he like has teleportation abilities. Like they create like black holes and teleport.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't think I saw.
Well,
because I know Kristen Stewart actually makes an appearance as like a cameo in the ending.
Oh, I'm not sure, but all I know is that yeah, basically jumpers like there are people with teleportation abilities, and they're being chased by like people who view them as like it's like they're called them. I think they're called paladins or something like that, but they want to kill them because they think they're a threat. Like they always turn bad or something like that. And like a long time ago, they used to think of them as witches, so they would kill them and stuff and hunt them down. So like in Jumper, it's like when you get electricity, when you get electrocuted, the electricity goes through your brain, which makes it so you can't jump. Because I think that was also a thing about telekinesis. They say like if you have telekinesis, if you like electrocute someone, they can't focus their thoughts because of like the electricity shocking your nerves.
Oh, okay.
Also,
Like
a
you
good
can't think
counter.
straight because when you're electrocuted, yeah.
Also, a really good
Isn't that right?
counter that would be able to stop time. Like generally, like the characters who have like time stopping abilities or whatnot are like the most overpowered in my view.
Like Hero.
Well, yeah, like Hero, or I used to play this game called Psychic Force 2012 for the
Oh yeah,
Dreamcast.
because that speedster in Hero, she like apparently is immune to it because you can't stop time completely, so she's actually able to keep moving. It's like,
Yeah, that
can
was
you
in
stop time
Season 3.
completely? It's like, I know that was pretty funny.
Hell yeah.
But like when you
Damn.
think about it, yeah, it's like telekinesis, like time travel. It's like time manipulation. It's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna stop time and I'm going to stab all of you immediately. Super speed. I'm going to move at near light speed and basically stab everyone in the city and stuff. To mass murder. I'm gonna like mass murder you. And like, what's a good example? Teleportation. Like in Jumper, here's how it works. He basically he's another guy who can teleport. What he does, he literally teleport because they create wormholes that when they jump. So like there's like a movement where there's like a physical force that happens when they jump because it like creates like a concussion or something like that. Like it will make stuff move. Like there's like an earthquake. He basically jumps multiple times in rapid succession. So when he like punches a guy, he creates enough force that sends them through like solid rock and stuff.
Jesus.
Which is actually, I think, a thing. It's like if you can teleport in rapid succession, you could actually create enough force to do that.
Hell yeah. Well, I mean, building up speed.
Oh yeah, and then there's one instance where he literally grabs a guy. This is the video game. So they came out the video game, which wasn't that good, but it's like basically here's what he does. He grabs a guy and basically sends them and like teleports them into like a shark tank or teleports them to the North Pole and leaves them with a polar bear and teleports away. It's like literally that's the joke is I could have left you with the sharks,
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's just the crazy thing. Yeah, and apparently there was one guy, and when you touch something, you can teleport with it if like you're touching someone, And like, here's the thing is that what was it? He apparently one of the jumpers, he died because he tried to teleport an entire building.
Oh,
Because you can attempt to teleport an entire building, and then like technically you can go to the moon theoretically. So it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna grab you and then teleport you to the moon and then teleport back before like I die.
Yeah, that would be kind of fucked up though. Also, when it comes to like building up speed and speedsters, like if you hit somebody with that amount of force, wouldn't it also like shatter your hand?
Yeah,
To fucking hit someone?
it's a movie. It's a movie. Screw that logic. Screw it.
He
Screw
said,
logic.
screw it. Yeah, just like
In
Princess Leia in
in
the
comic
God-
books, well, in comic books, if Flash touched someone at those speeds, he would kill them technically.
Oh, exactly. You'd have to have like,
Same thing with
unless it was
Quicksilver,
somebody
yeah.
like fucking Superman or some shit.
Yeah.
Just the force
But-
alone would like rip people's arms off.
Oh yeah, that's kind of the fact. Yeah, but yeah, it's like with but yeah, because like another thing like in Jumper, well, the great thing about Jumper is they kind of show you because like the funny thing about him is that he's kind of lazy at times, where it's like, oh yeah, he's sitting on his couch. The TV remote is like just like like on the other side of the couch, and he literally just teleports to that side. Like he doesn't even move. And when he wants to get a drink, he just teleports to the fridge. So like he barely moves around because he's just teleporting around this house.
oh yeah, it's yeah. I remember Robot Chicken. They had this Star Trek joke where you could just like teleport to the kitchen just to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But here's the crazy thing is, here's what he does. Like he goes surfing. He goes to Hawaii. So he goes to Hawaii to go surfing and stuff. Then he goes to have lunch on top of the Great Sphinx of Giza because he just teleports to the top. And then he basically then decides to go like have dinner in London. So it's like he's literally able to jump all across the world and stuff because of his powers. Yeah.
That would be a fun power to have.
Oh yeah, teleportation. Yeah, and then it's like, oh yeah, I'm going to teleport. Into the women's shower room and stuff.
Ha! You need invisibility also.
Well, that was the episode of Supernatural, I think, where a kid gets invisibility to spy on, to watch his neighbor.
Yeah, I saw that.
I didn't see the episode. I just heard about it. Yeah.
I mean, I used to watch a lot of Supernatural. Well, for a couple seasons. It's cheesy, but it's so goddamn funny, dude. And Dean is my hero. Goddamn, dude, that dude's funny as shit in that show. That's hilarious.
Long hair or short hair guy?
That was the older brother, the short hair dude. Sam is the younger one.
Okay.
But Dean is so goddamn funny. Like some of the expressions.
Oh yeah, it's like people kept saying he needs to play Jason Todd. It's like everyone wants that guy as Jason Todd, basically.
That would be perfect. But okay, so there's this one. Fuck, I forgot what season it was, but they're investigating.
Oh, I think it's because he voiced him. Yeah, no, because he voiced him in Under the Red Hood. That's why people want him.
Oh, that's perfect. I didn't even notice that. But yeah, dude, that was the good
voice,
fucking DC movie I've seen, animated movie. Under the Red Hood was fucking great.
I don't know. It's good, but I just love Flashpoint Paradox and Superman versus the Elite. I like Superman vs. the Elite. That's just such a good Superman movie.
I didn't see that one. I did see the Flashpoint Paradox. I like the comic book better. I was like, you know what I'm saying? Because I already read it.
Book, yeah. Yeah, I mean, the movie, as an adaptation, it seems like the movie, they did a really good job.
Hell yeah. But no, there was this one episode of, what's up, Rick?
Oh, it's a video game.
Yeah, I'm watching your other screen. That looks fucking crazy. I've seen some Let's Plays of that shit.
Yeah, but
fantastic. But no, man, there was this one episode of Supernatural. Everybody should check out Supernatural, if not for like the first couple seasons. It kind of gets old, you know what I'm saying? And it gets kind of ambiguous about like angels and fucking demons and who's good and who's bad and all this other shit.
Oh, yeah.
We're investigating these fucking alien abductions and crop circles and shit, right? And then Dean goes missing for a night, and he comes back, and Sam's like, "Man, did they probe?" He's like, "Don't say that word." You know what I'm saying? It was just there's just such good.
So wait, were they actually aliens, or were they some other type of creatures?
Oh, it was some other type of. It was supernatural creatures. I could tell you if you want, but like it actually.
Yeah, it's fine.
It actually turned out to be like fucking gnomes or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like they steal people and then they make them make toys or whatever, and also some crazy shit. But they thought there was aliens because they were kidnapping people and stuff. And there was like these bright lights, but it turned out to be like the wee folk or whatever in Celtic mythology.
Yeah, speaking of toy making, so yeah, I always like the people like to make the running gags is Santa Claus a communist? Because like the elves don't make money and stuff. People are wondering, is it like slave labor or something like that? Because Santa Claus never pays the elf. I mean, most people say that it's just room and board, like he just feeds them.
I don't think he's communist, and I think it's just a fairy tale. Like I think those commies or socialists try to.
He wears red. I mean, technically, he does wear red, and he has a beard.
True.
He has the Mark's beard and stuff.
Well, that's true. Well, it also depends on like which Santa Claus we're talking about because there's like so many different iterations. I know it's a joke and stuff, but good joke. But like, but nah, man, it's just a fucking fairy tale. He's just doing something good for all the good little boys.
Ironically, funny enough, in Rise of the Guardians, they made him Russian. He had a Russian accent.
Rise of the Guardians. Was that a CG movie?
It's an animated film involved like Chris Pine plays Jack Frost. And like it's like literally if you look at the comment sections for like the trailers, it's like all of the girls in the comment section were talking about how hot he was because he kind of looks a little bit like Roxas from Kingdom Hearts, kind of. So it's like Jack Frost kind of has that anime like design to him.
Interesting.
It's kind of cool. It's really cool. It's like you should check out the film. It's basically like taking the those characters like Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny, Jack Frost, the Tooth Fairy, and the Sandman, and redoing them a bit. Where it's like when children believe in them, they exist, and their goal is to basically protect children from like the boogeyman or like supernatural threats.
Sorry about that. I had to fucking spit something out. Jesus.
Okay, but it's like basically like each of them kind of represent an aspect of like childhood, kind of like he can like understand how the world works. Like he sees the magic and everything. The Sandman basically gives kids nice dreams, and then like the Easter Bunny represents hope, and the Tooth Fairy like basically like all the teeth that she collects is basically a representation of the childhood memories that that those kids have as they went through childhood.
Yeah, I definitely didn't see that one.
Okay, it came out like in 2010, I think, but it's a pretty cool movie. Yeah, I followed it when it was first announced, and it's based off like a kids book series, but the movie's pretty good.
Hell yeah! I don't know why I was thinking this, but when we were talking about the outrage of like Rotten Tomatoes and stuff like that.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
right. Last fucking Star Wars film.
Hashtag Moviegate. Moviegate is happening. It is happening.
Yeah, I think that's complete and utter horseshit, and that's just another fucking progressive group not being able to goddamn accept their fucking losses or accept their fucking actions. It's got to be trolls that fucking did this shit, man.
Yeah, as someone who loves cinema, I hate it how Hollywood is using these progressives to like basically peddle all their crap now. It's like, oh, you don't like it because you're just a sexist and racist and stuff.
I can't believe I'm about to defend fucking Rotten Tomatoes because I despise the platform itself. But like, even Rotten Tomatoes was like, no, trolls didn't infiltrate our shit. This is data. Deal with it. You know what I'm saying?
You can't really blame Rotten Tomatoes because how Rotten Tomatoes works is they get a consensus. So the score that you see on Rotten Tomatoes is basically the reviewers, like all the critics and stuff. So when people are bashing the Orville, it's basically critics as a whole that's been going after the Orville, not really just Rotten Tomatoes, because that's really how Rotten Tomatoes works as consensus. So
yeah, the critic scores are always bullshit. Like even if you look at the fucking travesty of that abomination Ghostbusters movie that they tried to put out, critics were still trying to give it good shit, and audiences like, we ain't having this shit. This is trash.
Oh yeah, no, well, yeah. When you look at the when you look at the reviews of all that stuff, you'll see that there's like an SJW narrative to it. Like same thing. It's like it's like with Star Wars. They're saying it may not be good, but it has to happen because it's like feminist or something like that.
It was a diversity checklist movie, and you've got to like it. Fucking so many good goddamn reviews on that shit, or just people bashing it. Fucking love it. That's great.
Oh, I know. It's like that's the thing. Same thing with Star Trek Discovery. It's like those people have absolutely no idea how to handle Klingon culture, and they just butchered the race and stuff.
Can we call that STD? Can we just call that?
Don't call them Klingons. Call them orcs. That's what they are. They're basically just orcs.
They are too, dude. And it takes away like the ability to actually see emotions in the Klingons and stuff like that.
Well,
like
again,
what was wrong
well,
with the last design?
Well, Dave Collins says that they're supposed to be a stand-in for Trump supporters, so that probably makes sense why they basically have that, those monster faces,
Oh yeah. And
Yeah.
they're always trying to keep their nationality and pure whatever bullshit.
Purity and stuff. Yeah, remain Klingon is, for some reason, apparently these people thought that remain Klingon was like make America great again. It's like, how is that again? Like, how exactly is that? Yeah, similar. Remain Klingon is basically like wanting to stay Klingon, whereas make America great again is basically like we want to make America great.
Exactly. You've got to look at it through a fucking ridiculous feminist progressive lens, and then you know what I'm saying, nothing will make sense.
Yeah, I guess in their opinion, make America great again. They always think it's like make America white again or something like that.
They're like, man, America was never great. Oh, shut the fuck up, crazy people.
First of all, we had a great economy. Like, yeah, I mean, even my mom, who's like left leaning, like was always talking about how back when she was younger, she had a house by the time she was my age and stuff.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, no, our economy was great. Our economies are great. Our movies are great. We had a lot of great things back in the past. We may not have been imperfect, but we had great things because being great doesn't equal everything is always great, but it just means that you have something that was very noticeable and great, like jazz. Like jazz back in a long time ago was great.
Oh yeah.
But to these SJWs, everything has to be perfect and stuff, and they hate the past. Like the interesting is that like I did a Star Wars video actually, that I did yesterday, and it's like basically like The Last Jedi essentially is another perfect example of how to SJWs the past is terrible and you have to destroy it.
Oh yeah, exactly. Tear down the statues of all the Confederates because history's not important.
But it's like I said, you give them an inch, they're going to keep doing it. So like that's the reason why, yeah, people are saying once you give them these rights, they're going to keep going even further and stuff.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's
I honestly feel like.
Well, yeah, because now they want to get rid of Shakespeare. I think, yeah, because now they want to get rid of statues of Shakespeare and like people at universities because they're too like white or something like that.
Yeah, that's fucking ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
What were you saying, Florence?
Oh yeah, I was just kind of thinking the other day that it's that whole Disney princess thing where it's like, I mean, even if we did give them a fat Disney princess, they'll probably want a Disney princess with autism or some kind of disability. They'll want, and then after that, they'll want something else, and then after that,
it sounds like right now they want a gay princess.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
definitely.
Well, yeah, it's like no one ever talks about the princes basically have no personality, and some don't even have names. I mean, heck, the Beast was like the only prince with like a personality. We don't even know his actual name. Like he has no name.
What was that one princess movie that they were trying to come out with about a fat princess, but it turned out she was too cute or some shit, and the SJWs lost their mind? This was months ago. I saw a fucking article on that.
Wait, it hasn't come out, right? Because I don't remember any fat princess.
I think it did. I think it got scrapped. I think SJWs actually killed it, and it was a movie for the fucking SJWs.
I don't remember. I don't remember any of this.
What was that?
It didn't come out, right? Because I didn't
coming out. Who was that horrible ass fucking comedian who bombed on Netflix?
Amy Schumer. Oh, yeah, you talking about Barbie? You talking about Barbie?
Maybe it was Barbie.
That was Barbie.
Yeah, could have been. 6, so I'm fucking not even hitting on all 8 cylinders right now.
Okay, I didn't know that was Disney. I thought that was something else, someone else, some other company.
Could have been.
Wait, I actually am looking at an article right now. It's called from the Washington Post. It was a Snow White parody with Chloe Grace Moretz as the star. I don't know what the name is, but it's basically Snow White, but if she was fat, and it's called Red Shoes and the Seven Dwarves, and it was actually accused of fat shaming and misogyny. So, I mean, even if you did
get animated by Disney,
yeah,
it was going to be a Disney film.
Well, no, I think it was from a different studio because because this doesn't really look like a Disney movie.
Okay.
Was it
Well-
CG? It was definitely CG though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that might have been the one I was thinking of.
Well, going a little off topic, because I think I've said this before on Twitter and stuff, but character's dab looks pretty stupid.
Oh, extremely stupid.
Yeah, there's like that Marvel comic cover where they're like dabbing and stuff.
Name brand Eck or whatever.
Where is that picture? It's like it looks really stupid.
Yes, name brand Eck.
But wait, what's it called?
Name brand ECCH.
Wait, name brand?
Yep. The comic has a stupid title to go with the stupid cover.
Let's see. Let's see. Marvel. I'm just googling Marvel comic dab
Jesus,
because I think it was Marvel.
that is not going to age well.
Not okay. Not brand Eck. Okay.
Oh, that's
Yeah, you guys
Marvel.
see it? Yeah. Let me screen share this junk. Let's see. Yeah, that's the cover.
Yeah, it looks like shit.
I know.
Understand.
It's like, I know. It's like, why the dab and stuff? Why?
Selfies were getting old, I guess.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but did you see that new selfie video? Like that whole selfie thing where it's like, oh yeah, going to Africa and taking selfies if you're white is
Oh,
apparently
yeah.
racist. It's
Oh,
like, oh
that.
my god.
Oh yeah.
It's like an Asian chick who's upset. It's like, girl, you're Asian and stuff. You're like, you're already considered non-oppressed anymore. You're getting, thanks to affirmative action, your test scores are being nailed because, because they want the black kid to succeed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well,
It's like, what are you doing? You're smarter than this.
oh yeah. I mean,
I couldn't watch
do-
that entire video. I was like done after the first minute or so. That was just too painful to watch.
I know. Like that video of that Asian girl. I was just kind of thinking that. Okay, so I can admit that when there's a white person and like a bunch of kids who are black, yeah, that's gonna stand out a lot. But at the same time, it's like, it's just a vacation photo, and all the kids are okay with her taking the picture. Like they're all
Well, the thing
okay
is,
with
it's
it,
not
and they're all
even a
smiling.
vacation. Like, who the fuck goes to South or fucking middle of Africa to vacation? She's
Or
obviously
no,
over there doing humanitarian shit, right?
Oh yeah, no, yeah, I didn't mean, I didn't mean vacation. I meant like, you're gonna go out and help out in Africa and just
Yeah.
like, yeah, you're gonna go out and help in Africa. Like you want to, of course, you're gonna want to take a picture of yourself while you're there.
Got a virtue signal, shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, in
Yeah.
that video though, they were using the term vacation. Like she's just over there having fun or something. It's a little weird.
Oh yeah.
I love how SJWs eat their own though, because I mean, so I can understand if you go over and you're doing like charity work or some shit, you things or whatever by these kids that you're fucking helping out. Sure, you make friends with them, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
well-
So you have a bit of a emotional.
Yeah. Again, it's just
Yeah,
the
sure.
the reality is that these people hate whites and stuff. It's simple as that. They just hate whites. They're trying to do some really bad forms of trying to dodge the fact, but that's just it. They just hate whites and stuff. It's in the story. It's just simple as that and stuff.
For some reason, that reminded me of that whole dumb Asian bitch who was trying to cancel Colbert, like that dumb Oriental
Oh,
girl.
yeah.
You remember
'Cause
that?
Is that because he made like an Asian joke or something like that?
Yeah, something like that. Like, goddamn, how many other fucking jokes are there out there of like every other race? Oh, I'm sorry, you didn't like
Yeah.
Ching Chong Dong or
I'm
whatever
not
the
really-
fuck he said.
Yeah, I'm not a big. Yeah, I just don't like Colbert and stuff because I think he's just a total hack and stuff.
I thought he was a lot funnier when he was on Comedy Central, but you know what I'm
Okay.
saying. Once he
Well,
went
just right
like,
now, it's like he always goes after the same political groups and stuff. It's like he like literally I mean, has he ever gone after Obama or any of like the popular Democrats? I don't think so.
Only as a parody. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Only in
I know.
a
It's just, he
complete
just seems
bullshit way.
so hyper partisan. Just it's like
Oh
it's
yeah,
the
Oh,
same
he
stuff
is,
over
for
and
sure.
over again. It's like again, it's like I can watch so many comedies that do the same thing over and over again. It's like he's like it's almost like he's scared to go after, the groups that you're not supposed to go after and stuff, Which makes it
yes.
funny. That's what makes anti-SJW so funny, is because they literally are going after the groups that you can't go after and stuff without
Well, not
people
only
being
that,
triggered. Yeah.
not only that, but anti-SJWs like myself will fucking go after pure SJWs because fuck those motherfuckers. They are anti-science. They make zero. I mean, I know skeptic now is some kind of fucking 4-letter word, or like even the whole skeptic community doesn't even like to be referred to.
I'm always having to explain to skeptics, like these so-called skeptics, when they're actually not actually. And to some people, it's like the term skeptic is just to look cool and stuff. Because like I have to explain to people that as a Catholic, I have to tell them, oh yeah, you need to question this reality rather than blindly following radical feminism, Black Lives Matter. Because I mean, what's the point of calling yourself a skeptic if you're going to blindly follow SJW bullshit?
I agree. I consider myself very skeptical on most things. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, it's just there are people who just use the term like skeptic, like those like feminists that were calling themselves skeptics and stuff when they were like,
oh no, if you're a feminist, you are not a skeptic. If you're a fucking feminist, there's absolutely you are not skeptical on shit. If you listen and believe, that is the opposite of being a skeptic.
There's
There's and then you have that whole Kraut. Then you have the whole Kraut incident, where apparently like the whole doxing.
Oh, dude. So let's talk about that shit. That Kraut shit has fucked up like almost every group I've ever seen just for it.
Well, yeah, because then Kilroy is going to die because apparently Base Mama is like apparently part of that, and like her reasons for like even outside of that, like her reasons for not allowing like like the Western Civilization panels by Lauren Southern and like the more the more pro, the whole not alt-right, but the people who are worried about Western civilization and stuff, like European identity and stuff. She made up some really kind of ridiculous excuses. I think at the end of the day, she just didn't want to get like I don't know, what I mean? Just like those really radical anti-SJWs or whatever coming in to go after them or something like that.
Well, you can't really call them anti-SJWs when they use SJW tactics. You know what I'm saying? You have to hold yourself to the standard you hold others to.
Oh, sorry, I meant SJWs. Sorry, I meant SJWs. Sorry, like the really insane protesters that come when Richard Spencer shows up and stuff.
Oh yeah, very much so. But no, you're 100% right. The Kraut fallout, that motherfucker quit all social media. He should feel ashamed. That's going to end one of three ways. He's going to come back. He's going to try to apologize. He's going to come back. He's going to double or triple down. Or you're just going to find that fucker hanging in a closet somewhere. You know what I'm saying? That dude's fucked up so big.
Yeah, because the whole issue was that he was he was trying to go to war with the alt-right over race realism, like people using science to prove that there are differences between races or something. Like, what was the old deal?
I can explain this very simply if you'd like. I can give you the whole argument on this.
Okay, what is it?
So Rage After Storm made a fucking video, right?
Okay.
And about race realism. Only problem is,
okay, what is race realism?
There's a book called The Bell Curve you should read. It's fantastic. It's very fascinating on a lot of stuff. It shows you statistics about different cultures all over the world, different races, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Sexes are involved in this. But like, and
I think Turfling Monkey read that. I think he's mentioned that too.
Oh yeah, that's one of the better explanations. If you want to get a better explanation from me, I would listen to him, like 100%. But like, here's the whole fucking deal. Of course, a lot of the differences with average IQs, and it's average IQs. It's not everyone's IQs.
The average.
Have the same. You know what I'm saying? We're just talking about the laws of averages. You can't look at somebody and just be like, that person's IQ is such and such because of whatever fucking race they are. That's ignorant as fuck.
I mean, your experiences, your upbringing can determine your IQ sometimes. Yeah.
Absolutely. well, hereditary reasons also can have a big impact on this. You know what I'm saying? If you have,
Oh yeah.
I mean, if you have brilliant fucking parents, like there's a very good chance that you're going to inherit a lot of their genes, and you're going to have the same, a very similar personality to them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, don't get me wrong. It all depends on how the DNA.
And well, yeah, and mentally, you know, like a lot of people talk about mental barriers, because mentally you can also bear, like, you know, you can shield your IQ where you aren't intelligent. Like, you know, you're not, you have the potential to be more intelligent, but you like have mentally shielded, you know, closed yourself off.
Well, yes, but also you have overachievers and you have underachievers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And IQ doesn't necessarily mean how successful you're going to be in fucking life. You could have a super
Yeah,
high IQ and
some
just
people
be
saying-
fucking lazy as fuck.
Did they prove that the IQ test was flawed? Because some people were saying that the IQ test was actually a flawed way of determining intelligence.
No, it's the best method that we have right now. Like it's not
Okay.
flawed. People who say that are fucking idiot feminists because they're mad because
Okay.
of like progressives, like they don't like the science. You know what I'm saying?
What-
They like the science, but they
Okay,
don't like
wasn't there something that the IQ test didn't take into account that could matter or something? Like, what was it?
Well, it's not
Empathy and a
foolproof.
bunch of bullshit like that.
Yeah,
probably.
very
That's
much
what
so.
the feminists told.
Okay,
They're
so like you
smarter
can't game it,
because
right?
they have empathy or what?
Oh, okay.
Exactly. They don't like
So-
Newtonian physics or Newtonian
Okay,
sciences
so there was a way
because
to game it, because I thought there was like a way to game it or something, like, you know, that could like basically, you know, you could have someone who's still like a moron, but he games it because he knows the right stuff.
well,
Yeah,
I think you're talking about like an idiot savant. Is that what you mean? Like somebody with an extremely
Okay.
high IQ?
Like IQ test
Well, you
is
know-
just like
Okay, you know, like how
basic
some
pattern matching
you know, like
and
how
shit.
okay, because you know, like how with education, it's like, you know, like basically, if you can remember everything that you read, you're gonna get all A's in all your tests and stuff. Because
Well,
that's
yeah.
what you're doing, is you're reciting facts. You know, it doesn't mean you're intelligent. It just means you have a great memory and you're very well read.
Well, yeah, but okay. So here's the whole deal in a nutshell. So if you're in a very poor country, like or poor part of the world, like let's say Africa for chance, and they have a horrible infrastructure, they have a horrible education system, of course they're not going to be as well read as people say like in China, where they have a shitload of money,
Yeah.
level of fucking education. You know what I'm saying? Or like Western Europe
Right.
or
Do they have,
or whatnot.
how good is their education in China?
But like the thing is, the IQ
Better
test
than
doesn't
most
have
places.
the
Okay.
IQ test doesn't have like anything to do with literacy.
Very much so. What
Yeah.
it's got to do is like your potential on your learning.
It's just like pattern matching, kind of like number algorithms. It's like
Very much so.
It's,
I was
Yeah.
given a,
it's not dependent on any sort of
Okay.
language
So-
barrier, so anybody
so-
could do it around the world essentially.
Okay, so I guess so with race realism, was that basically recognizing that there are racial differences between IQs?
yes, it was, but it's a lot of it's got to do with like socio-economical reasons. Like that's
Okay,
like
so-
a large chunk. But
so-
even after that, you have different variations upon races that can
Yeah.
only be
Okay,
explained
this-
by hereditary.
so
on
what
the
does-
bell curve, Asians are smarter than whites. Jews,
Well, yeah.
no, it goes Asians, Jews, whites.
Jews
then
are.
we'll
I mean,
just
Jews
leave
can be
it
any.
there.
Well, the Jews can be any race. I know a lot of people like to consider them a different race, but you know, they're either white, black, or
Anyways.
whatever.
It's got to
Yeah.
do with like culture groups as well. You know what I'm saying?
Well, culturally, yeah.
But here's the funny
But, like,
shit. Here's the funniest fucking part.
So what pissed off Kraut then? Like, what was it about that made Kraut mad?
Because so one of the big fucking complaints about anti-SJWs in the skeptic community is you keep going after the far left, why aren't you going after the far right? So I don't know if it's because Kraut's girlfriend's black now. I don't know enough about the situation to what pissed him off. I do
Wait,
not know that.
He's got a wait.
I don't know.
He's got his girlfriend's black.
It's total speculation. I'm just saying. I
Okay.
don't-
You
kinda
heard
funny
it
'cause-
here first.
yeah, no, do
Well, 'cause
not quote me
that's-
on
well,
that. Like,
okay, because
but
if that
Alright,
was
I'll be
true, you know,
back
it's
in
kind of
10
interesting
minutes.
because Mark Waid. A lot of people say Mark Waid went insane because he's now dating someone who might have influenced how he's acting and stuff.
yeah, I heard that as well. Like as far as
Yeah.
Mark Wade. Now, I don't believe that shit. I don't believe Mark Wade's dating anybody.
Okay,
I think
'cause-
he's got a fucking robot fuck doll or he's got a body pillow. But no, so like I just don't believe that shit. But no. So
Okay.
but no, here's the fucking deal. Yes, there is variations on the average intelligence amongst races. Who gives a fuck? It's not like you treat people different. It's not like you give a fuck. And it really doesn't mean that they can't succeed in whatever fucking thing. And the variations are so goddamn small, it doesn't even really fucking matter to start with.
Yeah.
There's greater fucking difference in IQs amongst the, like, in the same race between like the sexes than there are of like all the races.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Turfing Monkey did videos on that where it's like women, it's like, it's not that women aren't smart, it's just like how they act. Like, it's like the brain, like how they think is different than we are.
It very true. I mean, they're completely wired different than us, but I mean, this is beside the point. So so Kraut, for some fucking reason, multiple servers together to like just
on Discord, right?
Academic to fucking try to disprove these motherfuckers. Yeah, different Discord servers, like a whole bunch of other shit, to disprove this alt-right fucking thing. Problem is, he couldn't fucking do it, and the mistake he made was presenting the evidence the way he did. And real academics like fuck, I forgot his damn name. It's a Japanese name, but it's definitely not a Japanese gentleman who does his videos. He's on YouTube. I'll fucking link it to you in Twitter later, so you'll look at this fucking shit. Fantastic, really good step-by-step analysis on where he went wrong. And don't get me wrong, Kraut, I don't know what the fucking deal is. He just started going after the alt-right. And fuck the alt-right. You heard it here first. I don't give a fuck about them as much as I don't give a fuck about the far left. No, the way he was presenting his data was disingenuous. So people started calling him out on that. But he doubled down like a fucking SJW would do. Not only that, but there's like video recording or audio of him. Don't care if it's wrong. We're going to keep saying it. We're going to say it over and over until people start believing it. Who the fuck does that remind you of? Like, seriously, that's like some disingenuous fucking shit to say. So, fucking shit. He gets disproved. So he starts going after people, doxing them, and there was this other fuckface on his server, Zeph something. That guy's a fucking just a snake evil motherfucker who was sending like threats to people. Like, you know who Sinatra Says is, right?
Sinatra Says.
Yeah. Do you follow that YouTuber?
No, I don't follow. Yeah, no, I don't follow any of these people.
He's a fantastic conservative. He's I mean, he's center right, but he's an anti-SJW. He fucking has great content. You should check him out. Like the shameless, unshameless plug there.
And they went after him.
Dude, he didn't just go after him. They told him, look, here's your full name, here's your address, here's your phone number, here's your kid's name, here's your parents' name.
So wait, like, Kraut actually. So okay, because I knew it. The whole controversy was doxing. So Kraut actually did he? So Kraut actually doxed people like that?
Yep, Aiden Paladin got doxed. Kraut went on one of Indy and Warski's streams and fucking had her breaking down, crying and shit. And like,
wait, Andy who?
Andy Warski.
He's a guy.
It is a guy.
Oh, so who's she? Who was breaking down?
Aiden Paladin.
Oh, who's that? Sounds familiar.
She's a YouTuber. She does comic book stuff. Like, her avatar has a shirt that says "I'm not Daredevil" on it.
Okay, so she's a comic book YouTuber, and
she's not like just a comic book YouTuber. She's also a sociologist. The right
but
type
she's,
of sociologist.
She's like an anti-SJW though.
Very much so. Yes, she is an anti-SJW.
So why did they dox her?
Because she said "fuck this shit," and I guess she was fucking. I don't really know.
So basically saying they were doxing non-alt-right people as well as alt-right.
Exactly.
Why were they doxing non-alt-right people?
Because they were threatened by them. I don't know. Like, I'm not in their head. So
okay, well, anyway, that's insane. Because I mean, like, you know, in doxing people in general, that's wrong. It's like horrible. But you're even doxing people who like disagree with you and think that.
Well, they're also trying to blackmail them and extort them as well for saying, like, you need to stop doing such and such because I've got your information. I'll release your information if you blah 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 blah.
So
that's fucking illegal, huh?
So did Kraut lose his mind?
What happened? Oh, for fuck's sake, yes. Kraut I don't know what the fuck happened to him. Like, him trying to. I think what happened is Kraut's a very smart person. I think he lacks a lot of humility. And when you're like the smartest person in the room and you're used to that, but you're not the smartest person, and you come across somebody who's actually a lot smarter than you, you get super defensive about it, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Something along those lines. Like when you actually come up against somebody
So
who's
you think?
in a certain subject and you try to battle them just with your intellect, you're going to get crushed because you didn't do any research.
So you think he's a narcissist?
Oh, for sure. It has to be. Otherwise, why would he be like doubling down? He's just as bad as a fucking feminist at this point. And not to mention that shit bled over into Kilroy. Base Mama has got the same.
Oh yeah, because she was on the group. I think that's what people are mad at, is that she was on the Discord server. Like her and Thunderbird are part of that server. Yeah.
Holiday, if you know who that is.
Wait, Jeff Holiday was on that server?
Yep, exactly. And he's catching some shit for it too. And also,
I remember mentioning Jeff Holiday. I must have missed that because I know Sargon's not on the server. I know Sargon's not on the server, and like V and others are not.
No, they weren't. And as a matter of fact, Kraut was trying. You know, Kraut and Sargon are friends, and he tried to contact Sargon about this, and Sargon was like, "Stop doing that. Why are you trying to attack these people? Why don't you just try to attack their arguments?"
Didn't Kraut? Yeah, because didn't Kraut fill in for Sargon This Week in Stupid a couple times? So I think because sometimes Sargon has to go away, so he'll get people to do it for him.
Well, not only that, but Sargon's got such a huge channel. He likes to help promote his friends and other YouTubers that he sees like a lot of damn promising. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like there's a Kraut video on playlist. It's a good Kraut video before he fucking went nuts. Actually, talking shit about some very interesting topics. But I think he's got a couple of them, if I'm not mistaken. It might only be one, but I'd have to go back through and check. But no, like but no. So that shit went down or into so many different social groups, like or social media groups, just people who were connected to him, and there's allegations being thrown out. Coach Red Pill, who is a fraud, that fucker was on like Russia Today, who was trying to
Coach Red Pill.
He's an alt-right jackass, but he was
I've heard the name before. I think probably what it was.
He's a snake in the grass, dude. He's a fucking retard. Like, he was trying to take down Sargon over that shit, and he looks like a smug faggot, is what he looks like doing that fucking shit.
He was trying to take down Sargon?
Yeah, good luck with that. You know what I'm saying? And
why was he trying to take him down?
Just because he doesn't like Sargon, I guess. I don't know. Like, he doesn't like the fact that Sargon is an anti-SJW. Probably because Sargon made a response video bunking everything.
Sargon's an anti-SJW, so because you think it's because this guy is like an alt-right who acts like an SJW.
Well, Coach Red Pill is an alt-right who is acting like an SJW. Like I consider alt-right just as bad as just as much as SJW.
Well, yeah, that's how Sargon views it too.
It is what it is. Fuck both sides. Like it's fun being in the center because you can make fun of everybody. but I mean seriously though, but no, there was so much fucking drama, and Base Mama, Jesus, she got like Queen Bee syndrome like a motherfucker, and throw her weight around about shit and saying dumb other stuff, like contradictory things about it's supposed to be a free speech event, but we're not going to let you have your free speech, even the fucking speakers and panels that are starting to be there. And a lot of people have lost money who sank money into the Kilroy event now because of the fucking shit. But
I know Dave Collin was one of the people trying to organize and stuff, which is kind of too bad.
Hell yeah. But I mean, I don't know. They were trying to the Kilroy event. There was another woman who was involved. I forgot what her fucking name was, who was also involved in the server and in doxing. And there was another woman who was in charge of the Kilroy event who was being super condescending and super bitchy to people because they're like, look, if I'm going to be on this panel, I'd much rather talk about this and this. And they're like, no, we're talking about these subjects, about this shit, and all this other fucking crazy stuff. And I don't know, man. It just turned into a big fucking mess. And also, I think Tim Pool was the first person to smell bullshit in this, but contracts that they were fucking having people sign like they're goddamn employees or some shit, and like not being able to go to other events and all this other fucking shit under a contract. Oddly suspect, you know what I'm saying? And they're like, well, we're trying to protect people who are ex-Muslims or some shit. And I'm like, look, if you're going to go into a fucking public space, you're I mean, they're going to be there. Their faces are going to be there. They out in public. Good luck doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's not how the world fucking works. There were so many things that were contradictory, and there were so many things that made zero sense leading up to the event. As far as Kraut's concerned, Kraut has just fucking quit the internet. You know what I'm saying? He just left. He's embarrassed as fuck.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of crazy shit. I've been trying to get caught up on a lot of it. I still haven't like seen enough of it. To
So basically, so you're saying is that Kraut basically lost his mind because people called him out about not going after the far right.
Well, I think that's what it was because he was he made his fame by going after SJWs, right? Like many anti-SJWs.
Yeah, but it's just kind of strange to go this far. It's like well, that's why.
Obsession is a horrible mistress. You know what I'm saying? That's like fucking or anything that can happen, and it's turned into such a fucking toxic conversation that I mean, I tried having a conversation with people just saying, just trying to explain fucking what race realism is stuff, and people don't even want to fucking hear it. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to know. They don't want to see the data because they're fucking too goddamn pussy in data. I'm like, look, I'm not saying this, I'm not saying that. I'm just telling you the facts of the situation. I'm not for this or against this, and all of a sudden you get called a fucking racist, and you're like, you're stupid. Who said that? Or you have people having fucking pink patty meltdowns over fucking crazy shit and getting triggered.
Oh yeah.
Look, like, why is this a taboo subject? If it's factual, I don't think it should be a fucking taboo subject. But I mean, I've got zero shame on most things, especially if we're talking about like actual data.
Because again, it's like people basically right now we're in an age where people want selective sciences now. We can't have all science because a lot of it's triggering, especially biology now.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the reality of the fucking situation. I don't know. It's ridiculous.
Well, yeah, because it's kind of like how with like one of the reasons why I talk about how like what was it? Let me think about it. Oh yeah, it's like the whole suicide rate in the transgender community and stuff is because when you influence all those hormones and stuff, you know, you're basically kind of wiring your brain to think like a woman, which when they like Turfling Monkey talks about is with women when they have to deal with men's stuff, they can't handle it because of the emotional thing. Like men have to basically, you know, deal with a lot of crap.
Oh yeah, well,
because that's how our brains are hardwired to deal with it. But when you like have a person who's trying to transition stuff, they now have to like have all of this, you know, emotional stuff that comes in with the hormones.
Well, your body has a natural balance of hormones that it's supposed to keep because that is your natural balance. You know what I'm saying? Anytime you introduce any type of foreign agent or whatever.
Oh yeah, it's a drug. It's like a drug, basically. Yeah, because that's the thing is, it's like so those hormones is you're putting female hormones in an unnatural amount to switch it up, and it creates issues.
Well, not to mention, if we're actually talking about gender dysphoria, a fucking mental condition that comes along with a suicide rate, it comes along with depression. See the point in just being like, you know what, you're right. Well, again, you're a man, but no, you're a fucking woman. That's bullshit. You wouldn't say that to somebody who is like a fucking schizophrenic that's hearing voices. No, you would get them the fucking proper medication and professional fucking help they need.
Well, the thing is that
I'm not going to buy into their fucking delusion. That's fucking bullshit. Sorry, I know how the world works.
Basically, it's like with them, it's like they blame society. That's the thing is they don't want to think of a medical or biological thing. They just think that it's like, oh, they commit suicide because society hates them or something like that.
No, I've heard their argument, and it was on a wiki that I was looking up, and their argument is if society accepted them more, they wouldn't be committing suicide more. And that's bullshit. Like, I'm sorry, you're blaming your fucking problems on other people. No, take some responsibility. And don't get me wrong, I'm 100% for suicide. If you want to fucking kill yourself, kill yourself. I'll step over your body. We're going to get. That's fine with me. I'm pro-death. I'm pro-death penalty. If you kill somebody, we should be able to kill you right back. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. I'm down with it.
Like euthanasia, like euthanasia or something they call it. What?
Look, fuck it. If somebody doesn't want to be here anymore, I'm all for them killing themselves. Go for it. Fuck you. You know what I'm saying? I don't know you. Like, go for it. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I am. But
you might go to hell though.
I don't believe in hell. You know what I'm saying? So that's like not even
come on, Dante. Come on. You haven't read Dante's Inferno? You can't not believe that shit. Looks like
Dante's
fun.
Inferno was made like a fucking 1,000 years before like the Christian Judeo fucking Bible.
What? No. Dante's Inferno was made in like the like 13 something. It's made in the Middle Ages. It's not that old.
No, I'm saying, but it was like 1,000 years after the Hebrew
the Bible.
right?
Well, yeah, I know. It's the poetry. Like most depictions of hell come from poems, not really the Bible itself.
Very much so. And also you can look at like extremely old churches and you can see how they've depicted the devil then versus other influences and when things change.
But come on, man. You get if you read Dante's Inferno, you gotta love that shit and stuff.
No, that's fantastic. I'll stay on the lust level of that fucking How's that sound? That's
the lust. Oh yeah, you're going. Dude, you're so going to lust. You're so good. You're so gonna go to the lust sound stuff.
Yeah, probably. I hope there's plenty of monster girls for me. But no, so but no, as far as that though, like I don't even give a shit about abortion really. Like, I mean, I've seen videos of like what a fetus trying to get away from it, and I'm like, fuck, that's fucking sickening to see.
So you're pro-choice, right? Like, so you're not against abortion?
No, I'm against abortion if it's coming to my kid. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not against it if somebody else wants to kill their kid. I just want them to admit that they're fucking killing their kid. You know what I'm saying? Because if they kill their kid, this is my rationality, and it's very selfish. I know I'm not a good person, but if somebody else wants to kill their kid, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? Like abortion this or whatever the fuck. But the way I see it is my child to compete against their child in that aspect. You know what I'm saying? So it'll give my genetic evidence a head start over someone who could possibly be competing with them. That's the only reason. Not for abortion, but in the long run, I can see the benefits to my genetic evidence. You know, my genetic material. And I know that sounds fucked up.
So like, so like, okay, so for you, it's like also like not having people's taxes paid for it though, right?
Oh, fuck no. If you want an abortion, you pay for that shit your goddamn self. If you're going to kill your kid, you kill your kid with your own money. I'm not paying for your
that was another argument people bring up, is that they don't want to pay for it with their taxes and stuff. Like
I don't either. I don't see that. Yeah. I don't even see how that's a fucking question. You want me to pay for you to kill your kid?
Well, again, that's been part of the argument, because people want that, because that's what,
that's a dumbass. That's a dumbass progressive fucking argument.
Feminist argument. Yeah, I mean, I'm pro-choice, but like, I just hate the pro-choice movement because there's so many, SJWs and like basically fascist people who just want to basically, make it illegal to debate against abortion.
No, I mean, I think people should be able to debate whatever the fuck they want. I'm against.
Well, yeah, I mean, you saw a clip of that woman like taking that guy's pro-life sign, like smashing or something.
No, I didn't.
Oh, she's like this fat woman, and so like this big woman who like is like a feminist or something like that. And she has like mouse like teeth or something like that, because she has like her two teeth hanging out of her mouth.
Yeah, that happened like on a corner somewhere. Or some
corner. He had like a sign. She's like smashing and threatening him and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I would have punched that bitch in the mouth. Like I hate to say it, like I would have.
I know. That guy was just
assaulted that dude, and
that guy was like just standing there and being like, keep being reserved,
for just hauling off and like hitting the girl for no reason. Like don't take what I'm about to say the wrong way. But I'd have caught that bitch with like a right hook, and she would have went down quick. Like I would have rattled her brain.
I think he's probably a Christian, so some Christians, they like are all about the whole just standing still, not giving into like the violence, I guess, so
being stoic. Not me, I'm a counterattacker. Like fuck that. I'm
not same for me. I'm not really stoic either, but stoicism is kind of, that's been like throughout the Middle Ages, that became a huge thing in Christianity, like in like the 7 deadly sins and the 7 virtues and stuff. Stoicism is a very popular thing.
That and martyrdom, I agree. Turn the other cheek. That's not my style. Like if we're going to go, like, I'm more of an eye for an eye type of guy. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
by any means necessary. It's like
no, not by any means.
Revenge. That fucking revenge. Revenge. Yeah.
Oh no, I'm a firm believer in revenge. Like for sure. Yeah, that's justice. You know what I'm saying? That is what I'm a justice guy. I'll put it to you like that.
Well, that's kind of interesting because, it's like a lot of, if you look at it, outside of religion, a lot of stories, movies, and all that stuff, they kind of, you get a lot of anti-revenge messages and stuff.
Very much so, and I don't understand why. I mean, it's the balance of things. Without fucking like consequences
Well, I mean,
to
even
actions, there's really no order.
well, I don't know. Kind of even Shakespeare kind of spoke out against it because in Hamlet, he ends up killing like everyone ends up dying because of
That's true,
lust
but
for
his
revenge.
plan sucked. Yeah, his plan sucked though. He didn't like take into account all the variables.
Yeah, but still, no. If you didn't go after revenge, you probably no one would have died.
Yeah, that's true. He
I
should.
mean,
Just
like, what's her
stayed in
name,
the graveyard.
Ophelia? Like, she goes insane because like he like scorns her because he just he's so obsessed with revenge that his his love interest he neglects her or something.
Yeah, I remember reading that as well.
Yeah,
But no, like,
Shakespeare.
but seriously, if somebody's assaulting you, god damn it!
Oh yeah,
I
you're
hate
right.
watching
Yeah,
that.
you're right. Retribution. Yeah.
I fucking hate that shit. I hate seeing somebody just stand there and take it and take it. And I'm like, dude, just fuck that guy up. Just hit him back. Hit him back, goddammit. I know you got it in you. Stand up for
Yeah,
yourself. I hate seeing that shit.
in a gynocentric society, he could actually go to jail even if she assaulted him and stuff. It's like because there's some places that will actually do that where you'll get punished for retaliating and stuff and defending yourself.
Yeah, but he had video evidence of the contrary. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, seriously. I mean, I don't know
Well,
what city it was in, but I mean it could
Yeah,
have
but
been
did you-
California where
I don't
they
know,
fucking let off that one asshole who
Well,
fucking shot that
yeah,
bitch.
Yeah, but do you see that terrifying monkey video where it's like the police basically like withheld information? So he almost got. This might have been. I think. Well, this wasn't America. I think it was Britain actually. Yeah, I think it was UK. But it's like the police. It's so insane. It's like the police literally did the exact opposite of what they do with like Islamic rapists, where it's like he gets falsely accused of rape, and they have evidence to show that, and the police basically withhold the evidence, so he
It
gets
was-
busted.
It was the prosecutor, and it would have never came to light if like the new prosecutor didn't come
Yeah.
in and look at the evidence. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah,
that.
because it was a conspiracy with the prosecutor and the police. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because when you look at the cases with like Islamic, perverts, they basically do the exact opposite, where it's like they will literally hide the evidence to prove their guilt and stuff or something like that. Yeah. But of course, this guy was white, so it was okay to basically, yeah.
Oh
do
yeah,
that.
but they're trying to cover up a bunch of shit over there in Europe. I'd be scared to go over there. Like honestly, like
Well,
I mean,
everyone's going to
fucking
Hawaii.
hearing-
Like if you look at, well, people are going to Hawaii now. Like yeah, most people are like vacationing Hawaii.
I would just take my vacation, hang out at home like I have been on my vacation here during this last.
That's
month.
what I did because I don't have the money to go to Hawaii, but I want to go to Hawaii someday because I've never been there before.
I'd like to go. I don't know where I'd like to go. Fuck, I've been all up in the East Coast. I've been to the Midwest. I've been to the mountains. I guess I don't think I'd like the plane ride. Holy shit, that would be like a long fucking plane ride. I would love to go to Japan.
Yeah, that would be a problem. Yeah, I don't like. Yeah, long plane rides are pretty bad because it's just like it's in a tube.
Hell
Like,
yeah.
like a train is a lot better. Like if I could like go everywhere on a train, that would be cool. Because trains you can get up, walk, have more space, have outlets, and some have internet and stuff. Yeah.
Hell yeah, and they've got like a drinking cart. Like I remember that shit.
Oh yeah,
I was on
drink.
I was on this long train ride to Florida when me and my family went to Disney World, and dude, I mean, you get used to the rocking of the train. Your body does just get accustomed to that after like an hour or so. So it felt normal. If you know what I'm saying, it's smart to use the rails. But the drinking cart was fucking great. Like that was awesome. It was like a drinking and smoking cart. They probably did away with that shit by now. This is like the year fucking 2000 or whatever. But the plane ride to Tucson, Arizona from Chicago was complete shit. That was a horrible fucking plane ride down or there or whatever. US, that was I mean, that was just torturous. And there was so much turbulence and shit. Like I don't know.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So if I got into like this Twitter argument like recently with someone who just like is trying to like make it act like it's trying to act like there's no like hypersexualization at pride parades when there are.
Oh Jesus! How
I
can
know,
you even
he's-
argue against that?
He's
Yeah,
trying to
that's
make
the
he's
most
trying to make
ridiculous
these
thing ever.
Yeah, he's trying to make the excuse that like it's okay to bring kids to pride parades. It's like hell no, it's not. I don't care if it's heterosexuals or homosexuals. I'm not
here's
taking
the
my
other
kids to
thing.
that shit.
You look at the Pride Parade in Japan, and it's completely normal. There's no people
Yeah,
dressed
but-
up as dildos and have
Yeah, but here in
nude.
Seattle, like in Seattle and San Francisco, it's like insane. Like some of these places are really pretty nasty.
Yeah, Black Pigeon Speak did a good video on that too.
I know. So it's like, yeah, no, it's like, yeah, I have nothing against my kids being like gay or anything like that, but I'm not going to take them to a freaking parade with all sex.
It's pure degenerate fucking behavior. Like,
I know. It's like, again, if someone takes their kids to a strip club, most people are going to say that's effing disgusting. It's the same thing. It's like a strip club, but you're not paying to see people get nude.
I think it's disgusting to go to a strip club to start with because it's like window shopping for something you ain't got enough money to buy. And if you could buy it,
Yeah.
would you really want to buy that?
Well, you know, I wouldn't go to a strip club just because you can't touch anyone. So, like that.
I don't know
Oh,
what
you guys
strip
gotta
club
come
you've
up.
been to being.
you guys gotta come up
Oh.
to Canada. Then.
Okay, I mean, the only thing I know is that, like, I know in Grand Theft Auto, if you touch someone, you're going to get arrested.
No, it
You're
depends.
kicked out.
It depends on what country and what state because I've been to like when I was in the Navy, I've been to some
Okay.
fantastic strip clubs like where
Montreal.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Okay, so,
man,
okay,
man.
because I know somebody seems like, yeah, you can't touch. I mean,
nah. But my problem is, I mean, really and truly, like if you could fuck a stripper, would you? My answer is no because
Oh,
like
God.
because the STDs in there, like I like having my cock fucking nice and unfucking diseased.
Ah, you
know what
get a
I'm saying?
handy
Ah.
or something, whatever.
yeah.
You have to walk out and take a shot of penicillin immediately.
Well,
Like
it
what the
seems,
fuck?
okay, well, it seems like with strippers, like, they definitely won't sleep with you anyway, so it's like, nah.
Oh no, that's bullshit. If you walk in there with like an 8 ball of cocaine or something, they'll do whatever the fuck you want. Like don't
Mhm.
Oh,
don't lie to yourself.
wait, so you just
You
need
know.
cocaine. Do you but if you don't have the cocaine or money, they aren't going to do shit with you.
No.
Exactly.
I know, so
But-
it's like, you can't sweet talk them into, like, yeah,
Let's be
Nah.
honest. You're not gonna get laid without some sort of assets. Just
Yeah,
gonna
that's
get
true.
laid
Well,
based
think about,
on your
well, think about stripper.
on
well-
your personality.
Well, the thing about strippers is strippers are like, they're like the female equivalent of pickup artists, where it's like they literally are going to use their language and, like, yeah, their body language to basically get guys' money and stuff, you know, just instead of it being
yeah,
sex
but
or
you
pickup
walk
artists,
in
it's
there
money.
and you know exactly what you're getting.
Exactly.
There's
Well,
no
yeah.
misconception in a strip club. You're gonna be spending money to, you know.
Yeah.
You don't go
Well,
there-
no, for me,
touch
it's
or
like,
whatever.
You don't go there
Yeah,
for
for
the
me,
drink
it's like-
specials.
yeah, for me, it's like, yeah, I never really go, I don't know, for me, it's like, yeah, I wouldn't go to strip club just because, yeah, for me, it's like, if I'm gonna, you know, if I'm gonna do something sexual, it's gonna be like to get laid
Yeah,
and stuff.
you don't go
Not
to
go
the strip
halfway and
club
stuff,
to
yeah.
get some wings or some shit.
Yeah. And it's a
Sit
big
down and
waste
have
of
a
fucking
meal.
money. Like honestly, I don't
Yeah.
even like strip clubs. The only time I got
Yeah, no.
like I've been to plenty, don't get me wrong, normally in a large group of dudes because it's some dumbass's idea to go and I'm like, fuck, I'm the DD tonight, aren't I?
Yeah.
But
No, yeah, last night, yeah, I go to a club. Like, I went to like a dance bar last night. Yeah, I got got drunk because I'm actually good at holding my liquor, so I got like their strongest drink and stuff
oh yeah.
and stuff,
But-
and got drunk stuff. But it was pretty cool because yeah, because I get a little more because you know you lose your anxiety and like your you know like worrying about
Inhibitions.
what's going on around you. Yeah, what
Inhibitions.
inhibitions? Yeah. Oh yeah, so I immediately approached the girl and talked with her and actually got her to kiss me and stuff. Yeah.
If you do go to a strip club, take precautions. What I mean by that is don't wear underwear
Oh, yeah.
and wear like some really thin pants and then ask
So-
the stripper, does she know how to make a hot dog? That's like the best fucking thing to do.
What is that?
That's where you know. Okay, depending on what state you're in, I mean, if you're in a state where the strippers won't even touch you, don't fucking go to start with.
I know those people are pricks and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, that's some bullshit. And also, I think
No
there's
fun.
other liquor laws and
no fun
shit.
state. Yes, no
Yeah.
fun state.
So to make a hot dog, they grind you right while they're just booty grinding on top of on your lap. A lap dance, what a actual lap dance is supposed to be. And
Yeah.
but that's why you wear really thin pants with no fucking underwear. So when you get your erection, you know how the pussy has lips, right? And if the pussy clamps down on your cock, it looks like a hot dog, correct? You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
that's why
yeah.
do they know how to make
Oh yeah, like the movie Sausage Party.
yeah, that works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
Hell
has
yeah.
this stream devolved into?
Hell yeah. That's some funny
This is
shit there, right?
this is the extreme stream. and it's the Christmas edition. And for adults, Christmas does involve a lot of
hot dog making.
non-kid friendly material.
Nah, that's a joke though. I picked up in the Navy. I thought you guys would appreciate it.
Oh, the hot dog thing.
Yeah.
Definitely want to bring a change of clothes after that one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially underneath the black light. Come on now.
Yeah, it just seems like money-wise, you're going to be spending a lot of money at strip clubs in general, regardless of where you are. So it's like, for me, it's like I'd rather just go to a bar and get a drink and take my chances there and stuff.
No, that's smart because they're gonna fucking kill you at the door at the strip club. If you fucking order a drink, the drinks are gonna be like 3 times what they would be at any other fucking bar. You know what I'm saying?
Christ,
it's fucking ridiculous. Like,
oh yeah,
throw it away. I'm against strip clubs in general. Like, seriously.
Yeah. The annoying thing is the dance bar I go to is pretty nice. There's a lot of girls there, but like some of the employees there's like one employee that's like a bit of an asshole and stuff. Like she's like a female employee and stuff. So it's like Jesus, all the other girls around you are having fun. Like you're being like a stick in the mud kind of, where it's like you break one rule and you're kicked out and stuff. So she's like really like temperamental and stuff. And then it's like and then like they have a very low tolerance. So like if someone like climbs on a table, they're immediately gonna get kicked out and stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So. The other bar I go to, one person climbed on the table and they get kicked out. They actually let them like dance on there for a couple moments and then they just jumped down and stuff.
Was that a chick or a guy though?
It was a chick, but I think in the bars, if it's chicks, in this bar I go to, the chicks, I think they'd still get kicked out because I've seen they've given warnings before, but I think now they're just kicking people out. Yeah. So,
were you saying something, Lupin? My bad. Or are you typing?
Oh no, I was just typing.
So, a Navy friend of mine had his birthday. He wanted to go to a strip club. This is while I was stationed in West Virginia. So we went into Virginia and then back into like the panhandle of West Virginia to get to this crazy fucking strip club. On liquor, it was.
Wait, you can bring your own liquor? Seriously?
Yeah, no shit, right? So does that sound like a great idea? Not really, but I mean, the rules.
It seems like you're saving money just going to a liquor store.
Exactly. That's the way to go. You know what I'm saying? But we go there. I wasn't driving, so I'm getting fucking hammered. I have like a half gallon of fucking Jaeger with me, so I'm doing good.
Yeah.
It was like a hummingbird feeder to fucking strippers. And I was like, look, if you can get me some fucking Red Bull, I'll give you fucking a shot or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Let's do whatever. I know you work here, and strippers get their drinks for free anyway. So I was being very smart with what I was doing. But had plenty of money for fucking lap dances and stuff, and it was full touch. You know what I'm saying? You don't touch them, they touch you. That's the rule. Like normally, unless you're like fucking walking there with like a wad of hundreds, then you could probably fucking do whatever the fuck you want with them.
Yeah,
I'm not that fucking guy. But it was my buddy's birthday in the Navy. But the stripper's name, how sometimes they'll have like porn stars that come up there, like now guest starring, and her name was Crystal Guns. You should Google that monstrosity sometime. But she's not that attractive, especially for a stripper or a porn star. Like extremely fake tits.
So you mean she's like, she means she's been used and stuff, right?
Oh, dude, she's been used so much. Like that's like ridiculous. But but anyway, so. Strip club and they're like, and it's such and such's birthday, we're gonna take him to the stage. Anytime they want to take you to the stage of the strip club, do it. It's a trap. You know what I'm saying? Like there's gonna be some things that people are gonna remember forever that are gonna happen to you. This bitch brought this dude on stage.
Oh Jesus, her boobs are huge.
Yeah, for real, right? They totally fake. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, those are fake. Yeah.
Yeah, like horrible looking nipples. Look like fucking pieces of pepperoni, but like large pieces of pepperoni. But no, but anyway, so stage, poor motherfucker, and she was like, we're gonna do blah blah blah, and she's got like this fucking bottle of some kind of champagne or some shit. She's drinking it, and she's fucking like rubbing her tits all in his face and all this other shit, giving him a lap dance. And she was like, lay down on the floor. And she starts grinding him in front of everybody on stage and stuff like that. And she's like, turn over. And she starts grinding him the other way. She takes the fucking bottle and shoves it up his ass. on stage
Oh,
of the fucking
Lord.
champagne.
Wait.
Yeah.
Well, your friend got naked on stage.
Nah, he was in his boxers, thankfully.
He was,
But
he was in his boxers, but she took the bottle and like what pulled down his boxers and shoved up his butt.
Nah. Like she shoved it up his butt through the boxers. It was still horrifying because we gave him shit for like a month straight. He was like, he'd walk into like the fucking and he'd see us, we'd like just start smiling, and his head would immediately lower in like shame, and he'd sit down and eat with us and stuff. But
Wait,
it was funny.
So this was so she shoved up his butt and like what like he had to go to the restaurant like.
Nah, dude, he fucking tried to crawl away. You know what I'm saying? Because he was laying down on stage. It was ridiculous. It was pitiful. So anytime the strippers try to get you on stage, say no. Like, no, I'm not that guy. I'm just gonna sit here. We'll go to the VIP room
because you're gonna be basically molested.
You are gonna get fucked up, and I'm just glad it wasn't a dildo or something. Because like when I was like, oh, this can't be good. You know what I'm saying?
Was that your Jaeger bottle that she did that?
No, fuck no. That was like whatever kind of cheap ass champagne they had, or whatever that they had that came with the birthday treatment.
Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, I probably shouldn't be laughing at that because I mean, when you think about it, if this had been a woman, there would have been, she could have like cried, assault, and then they all would have been closed down, and then people would have gone to jail and shit.
No way. Like if you bring a girl with you into a strip club, the strippers love girls because fucking most of them are quote unquote bisexual or fucking lesbian.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. I saw like a little television series about that. It's like it's kind of annoying because it's like, oh yeah, the strippers like respect the girls more. I was like, come on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But I mean, there's some underhanded shit. Like if you bring your girlfriend to a fucking strip club, you'll probably watch your girlfriend get fucking sexually molested in front of you. Like what the fuck the deal is with that shit?
Yeah, that is an issue because a lot of people have been talking about like some people write their own stories about how they were molested by other women and stuff, and people don't take it seriously because they think either it's hot or it's a joke or think that women can't commit sexual assault and stuff. It's
not only that,
really disturbing.
Not only that, it's the wrong narrative for the fucking progressives. They're gonna try to downplay that shit, even though like in the lesbian community, that's got the most amount of like fucking domestic abuse that there is in any fucking.
Well, it's just like, it's kind of funny because I live in Seattle, where it's like this place is like super, super feminist and stuff. But if you go to like the nightclub and stuff, it's like that stuff just doesn't exist. Like you'll see guys come on their girls all the time and like do sexual grind dancing and stuff. It's like literally once it's the weekend and nighttime, it's like it's like the feminists just like go away, or they just switches off or something like that.
Yeah, thankfully there's not many.
Then you have the feminists that like try to make excuses or something like that, where it's like I ran into one of those girls and stuff, and it's like I didn't say anything just because I just didn't care. I was just looking for a good time anyway. But it's like it's like if you really believe that, you wouldn't be out here at night, hanging out with random guys and like doing all sexual dances and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
But
I agree with you.
Yeah, well, I guess I probably should shut down stream and stuff since it's been going on for a while.
Oh yeah, sorry about that if we got way off track.
Oh no, it's the extreme stream and stuff. That's why I stream. It's funny enough when I think of like when I look at the name Extreme Stream, I just can't help but get an image of Rob Liefeld in my head and stuff, where he's like has all this crazy shit going on in his comics.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of, how awesome is it that all those fucking SJW characters got their fucking books canceled?
Well,
but what's up with Squirrel Girl?
Isn't female Thor? Yeah, isn't Squirrel and female Thor still going on?
Yeah.
Well, Squirrel Girl is still going on for some fucking reason. She fucking doesn't.
Well, Squirrel Girl's a comic book for morons and stuff. It's for those people like just want the dumbest thing ever and stuff. Yeah.
Like I was chatting with somebody earlier. We're like, Gwenpool's not the best, but they kept Squirrel Girl and got rid of Gwenpool. Seems like
Gwenpool. But Gwenpool just, I mean, I haven't read it, but it sounds stupid. The premise just sounds dumb. It sounds like the writer is literally just inserting themselves into the book and stuff. It's like
Mem Headroom did a really good video on. Hell yeah. But as
Oh,
far
shit,
as
that's-
Femme
also,
Thor,
isn't Heather
what
Antos
were you
like, yeah,
saying,
she like
Ricardo?
made
My
her
bad.
look like her?
I have no idea. Maybe Heather Antos was trying to look more like Gwenpool. You never know with that shit. But what were you saying,
Yeah.
Ricardo? My bad.
Oh yeah, she's just way OP. But yeah, it's weird that they got rid of Gwenpool because there's kind of a cult following behind her. I can't see the same sort of thing with Squirrel Girl. Like,
Yeah, I mean, but it just doesn't sound
As-
interesting. It's like I don't get why people like Gwenpool because it doesn't
As-
sound.
she's cool.
As far as
But-
Femme Thor though, isn't she supposed to be dying anyway? So like that problem will
Okay.
probably right itself.
Well,
anyway,
I hope they
you know
bring
what I'm
back
saying?
Thor. I hope they bring back the actual Thor.
Probably happen. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
I don't
but
know,
it's- oh, what?
on comics, Legion's coming out and New Mutants miniseries. Keep an eye out for those.
Yeah. Well. Yeah, well, since the Iceman book got canceled, I hope they probably aren't going to return him back to normal. But yeah, that was a train wreck right there. That's just
They might, but who
well,
knows?
yeah, it's just like seriously, what they did to Bobby, that was like total character assassination and destruction right there.
I agree. I'm glad
It's
they
like-
finally fucking killed
Yeah, 'cause
that
it's like-
bitch.
Oh, who?
Fucking young Jean Grey got fucking killed by the Phoenix in her last book.
Oh, but the old Jean Grey is still around, right? Or is she dead?
She was
They're-
a construct.
They're doing a big Jean Grey thing coming. Start of January? Doing a mini.
Okay. Yeah, because it's like with Ice. Well, it's like with Iceman, like how Iceman, he's like supposed to be a nice guy. Like this whole vindictive Iceman that was in this comic book was just terrible.
He was a comedian / ladies man, like in the 90s. He
Yeah.
was like the fucking man. He was a dude you wanted to hang out with. You wanted to be his wingman because you're probably gonna get laid.
Yeah, because like in the movies, Iceman, he was a nice guy and stuff, you know.
Okay, so on the Phoenix, to do Phoenix Resurrection, Return of Jean Grey.
How many times does she have to die and come back?
Years ago, she died. They mourned her. Blah,
I know
blah,
she keeps coming.
blah.
I know it's like how many times does she have to die?
Strange events started happening. Now the true Jean Grey is back. Fuck whatever.
Yeah,
I'm just glad-
the,
What's up?
I ordered the Archerm variant, and that's as far as I'm going with that fucking thing.
yeah.
I'm just-
I have to wait. I have to see if Mystic U comes in because I ordered that because I really want to read that book because I've been following that for over a year.
I'm just glad they killed the SJW Jean Grey. Fuck that bitch. The one that fucking one punch goddamn Galactus. Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh yeah,
The
she's also
worst
she's the
haircut.
one who told Bobby that he's gay, right?
Oh, she
Yeah.
definitely mind raped him into thinking he was gay. Like I'm pretty sure that's
Well,
the
yeah,
that's the
'cause, I mean-
story I want to see.
But the thing is because before that whole thing, wasn't Bobby like acting normal and he wasn't like just like he wasn't like that whole like super stereotypical gay as all hell and stuff.
Like 90s gay, like in living color, fucking men
Yeah,
on men
Seattle.
gay.
Sorry, Seattle gay. Yeah, I call it Seattle
Yeah.
gay because gays in Seattle act like that. Yeah.
That's funny. Men on movies. Do you guys remember In Living Color at all? You know, back when.
No, I never
was
watched.
funny.
I never watched that. Yeah.
No.
Oh, dude, that was a good show.
Okay, or for people who may not have watched that, find Seth MacFarlane gay because the gay characters in Seth MacFarlane act like that.
Oh yeah, very much so.
Like
Like in,
sorry, Family Guy and American Dad. Yeah.
Couple in American Dad. That's fantastic. The,
Oh yeah, they do the
the
news and
Log
stuff,
House
yeah.
Republicans.
Oh yeah, did you see? Yeah, did you see the Rapture episode of that?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, it's like, as you notice, my partner's here, but apparently God does love gays. It's only if they're tops.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's funny.
because the tops is the masculine position. By being bottom, you're taking a feminine position, which I guess, yeah, God doesn't like that stuff. Yeah,
Oh well, hell yeah.
as a man.
Well, that and the top in that relationship was also a conservative.
Well, yeah, the Republican, yeah,
Hell yeah.
because the Republican is the real man, not the Democrat.
There you go.
So that's the question. People are asking: is Milo tops or bottom now because he married a black guy and stuff?
I don't know. I don't want to know, to be completely honest.
Because some people are saying he should be tops because he's conservative, but everyone says, well, he married a black guy, so not
He's a
sure.
big fucker too, though.
What?
Milo looks fucking huge.
Milo is tall as shit.
Yeah. Looks
Oh,
like
he's tall.
probably like.
I never noticed his
220
height.
pounds
I
or
just thought he
some
was
shit.
kind of like average on his height, but okay, he's tall.
Yeah, well, compared to Ben Shapiro, you know what I'm saying? He's
Well, Ben,
extremely tall.
well, isn't the joke people call Ben a gnome or something like that? Or,
Yeah.
there's a joke about him, but yeah, he's smart.
Hell
Well, yeah,
yeah.
because like that whole incident where he called that like that transgender woman on that talk show. Like they put him next to the black guy and the transgender woman, and like she's like bigger than him and stuff. Like looks like she could like like tear him to pieces.
She was ex special forces for fuck's sake.
Yeah, and let's say
Oh yeah,
he,
like
not she.
and stuff. Yeah,
That was definitely a he. That was not a she.
Yeah, but you saw that, right, Qual? Where it's like.
Yeah,
He basically,
exactly.
he like basically makes that threat against Ben and stuff, and yeah, he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, that was a little rude and stuff."
Yeah, he was like, I think that's a bit. What did he say? Fuck. He was
Unlady.
like,
Oh yeah,
that's-
unladylike. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, I believe that's a bit inappropriate. Having an intellectual discussion or something. He didn't back down though in his fucking comments. It was fantastic.
No, yeah,
Like,
he
he
didn't
was
back
like,
down. He was on
so-
politics, but it's like, well, you look at it, they put.
What
him
are your
next-
sex cells, sir?
Yeah, it's
that
like.
was fucking great.
Well, yeah, because it's like basically it's like well, he saw it coming because he did a commentary on that whole clip where it's like, yeah, it's like they put him next to the Black Lives Matter guy and the transgender woman, so it's like he already knew from the get go that was that was intentionally done
Yeah.
to like it was like a freak show, whatever we call it, like a show like that, like how like people like Jerry Springer like to put those people in groups just to it gives the entertaining because you get to watch the entertainment go on and stuff.
Yeah, if they were going for ratings, they were.
Yeah.
Freak show's the right fucking word for it. Jesus.
Yeah. Although I will admit, I do like watching Jerry Springer sometimes just because that's just hilarious, especially when the crowd like roasts some of like the shitheads that come on the show because there's some really shitty people in society.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, most of that shit's staged, right? Like, I have trouble. believing that shit.
I'm not sure. I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, it might be staged, but I think it might be legit because there are some people who
they're
are
all
really
interviewed.
disgusting.
They're all interviewed beforehand. They know exactly what the setup is.
Okay, well, it's still pretty funny
Reality
seeing
TV
like
show.
the crowd like tear into him and stuff.
Oh
It,
yeah.
like, oh yeah, it's like one guy basically talking about, yo, Jerry, I'm from Harlem, New York and stuff. And back home in Harlem, we have a word for a bitch like that. It's called thought. That hoe over there and stuff.
That's hilarious.
Thought, because it's a term, that hoe over there, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's
yeah. Okay, so should probably stop the stream. So anyway, guys, it was really nice doing this Christmas edition. We talked a bit about Christmas. We also talked about Star Wars, some other stuff, and I hope anyone watching this didn't mind our sexual content because this is an 18+ stream.
And if they did mind it,
it's
they
not-
could go fuck themselves.
Yeah, well, again, yeah, you can't be extreme without adult content.
There you go.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, it was really fun. Hey, being able to have a discussion, guys. So yeah, so with me today was Ricardo, Gualtzilla, and Florence. So if you want to look at their content, then go check out their YouTube channels and also follow them on Twitter because they have some pretty good Twitter accounts. Yeah.
dude.
Well, yeah, Twitter's a shit post more than YouTube sometimes.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. So remember, please, support your local shit posters and meme lords because they basically help fight for a freer internet where we're not censored by mega corporations and SJWs. So anyway, that is all. It's your boy Billy signing out.